Hello, fellow gamers. We are back today with the Anime Podcast. Today we are doing it a lot differently. Instead of one particular show, we're going over most of the important stuff from this season of anime. And, most of us, we watch like 2 or so episodes of random shows from this season, and we're going to talk about them, give our thoughts, impressions, maybe take it as a sort of recommendation kind of thing. We've got a star-studded cast today. We've got, of course, my co-host, LC Justin.
That's me.
That's him. We've got Zer0.
Yeah, somehow I keep getting invited back.
Yeah, he's just really good at Smash, so we just keep bringing him back.
Yeah, that's why, of course.
Yeah. And we got Gavin, fool.
Yes, sir.
The one and only appeared for half a podcast episode and went to take a shower.
Dude, I had a shower.
Can you blame him, dude? It wasn't working.
It wasn't working.
That makes him better than you, smelly weebs.
Not everyone got the gumption like me to join on their phone.
The gumption.
Gumption?
Yeah, what about it?
That One Piece move, I think.
So yeah. We got video footage for this one. I'm just sharing my screen. We'll click on this shit. You know how it is. We'll probably go in order of popularity. So, to start us off, who all watched Komi-san? Did everyone watch it?
No.
So
Zer0
I dropped the
So
manga,
all of us besides Zer0.
I think Gavin also did read the manga, right?
Yeah, I read like 100 chapters.
What did you give it, out of curiosity?
Like a 5. I got kind of bored, so I didn't continue it.
Makes sense. Justin, did you read it?
I did. I'm actually fully caught up.
How many chapters are out?
200 something.
I see.
I finished it the other day, or not finished, but caught up the other day when I was bored as well after watching it. So I think I gave it a 6 or 7. I don't remember.
I see. So how many episodes do you guys watch? I mean, we kind of tried to stick around 2 episodes per thing. Also, we're not talking about sequels, just because most people haven't seen the originals and shit like that. So, no Mushoku Tensei, very sad, very tragic.
That's for another day. Cole and I will be doing that shit.
All you gotta know is it's good. Watch it.
Or read it.
Or, reading the web novel would probably be better. But
yes, sir.
I watched the first 2 episodes of Komi. I was not crazy about it. I don't know. For me, it wasn't anything I was ever really interested in as a manga, so I wasn't particularly interested in it as an anime either, but I don't know.
It's a pretty standard slice of life comedy romance.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's anything too crazy.
Yeah, it's like literally everything where like some of the bits are like kind of funny and then some of them are like really unfunny. Like
there is one character that is a fucking abomination.
There's also one where like the main guy like talks to, I forget the girl's name, but he just talks to her for like the first time about Komi, and she's like, "I will kill you if you ever talk to Komi," and then just says a bunch of dumb shit. It's like, okay, that was really funny.
That's the library girl who I also hate. I don't remember her name.
Yeah, I don't remember her name. But
even in these 2 episodes of anime, like there's been a lot of those bits. It's not very funny. I don't know. I guess to explain the very basic plot for anyone who doesn't know about it, basically the idea is that Komi-san is very beautiful girl here. She's very pretty, and but she doesn't ever really talk. And so, she goes to school. I think they're starting high school this year, right? That's what the plot is, right?
Yes.
First year
I think
high school.
A better descriptor is completely socially inept.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, getting introduced to her, it's like it just seems like she talks to no one because she's, I don't know.
They're second year. They're second year high school.
Second year high school?
Yeah.
I thought
I'm almost positive because when I was reading,
first
I just
day
went
of
to third year. So
it does say first day of high school.
Well, when I was reading it, I'm pretty sure I watched them transfer the second year.
Maybe they had.
It's all 3 years.
Class then. That's weird. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. All right. So maybe that's first day.
Okay. Yeah. And so she becomes she's like a celebrity type deal, pretty much within the school. Main character guy ends up sitting next to her, and I don't know. Basically, we find out that everyone thinks that she's just like really cool and amazing, so she doesn't talk to other people because, like, I don't know, she thinks she's above them or they get intimidated by her, etc. And that she's just like so cool and calm and doesn't talk or whatever. But really, it's that she's way too nervous to talk to people and can't communicate literally at all, pretty much. And so she just like messes up.
Dude.
It reminds me of Eric, actually.
It's true.
Yo, wait.
What?
You didn't have to do him like that. What
Dude.
the hell is going on here?
He's
Sorry, he's
stuttering.
gonna watch it. He'll never know.
Yeah, he'll never know. Thank God.
All she can do is like a squeak at best, basically.
Yeah. Through being with the main character helping her a bit, she starts stuttering instead. It's a real improvement. So yeah, I don't know. I just had a really hard time partially buying into the idea of it shows her as she's physically shaking. She's so nervous, but everyone takes it as oh my god, she's just standing there menacingly type thing. I don't know how you confuse those two things ever. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think for me, most of the comedy I enjoy is not what the other people think of her. It's the actual comedy between her and Tadano. That's most of the funny stuff.
That's part for sure.
I see. I did like the bit where she goes to the, I think it was in episode 2, where she goes to the Starbucks or whatever.
Yeah, she just keeps walking in and out.
Yeah, she walks in and out, and she just stands at the counter, and the guy just ends up making her order anyways, and she just takes it even though it's wrong.
Yeah,
pretty funny.
There's a character
I do that
I
in
also
real life all the time.
Later on. I don't know if he'll appear in the first season, but he's this fucking massive buff dude who basically has the same problem as her, but I don't know. I just think he's funny.
He just really wants to be friends with Tadano.
Yeah.
I see. I don't know. I mentioned this before. I think the production value is pretty high, but I don't really like how this show looks overall.
I can get the chibi style or it's not really chibi. It's very basic facial expressions sometimes. Stuff,
but yeah. I just feel I don't know. I feel the really nice looking parts clash really hard with the manga faces and then sometimes the chibi styles, and they do the pencil shading where it's you can see that it's lines because it's mimicking the manga art style, but I always hate that. I don't know. The show in general also is just really bright, kind of in some bad places too. I feel sometimes it fucks with the clarity a little bit. I don't know. It just feels really clashing, and it doesn't fit the tone that well. Maybe.
Yeah, I like the term crash or clashing for that.
Yeah, I think it kind of reminds me of the manga a bit though, because they would have that switch between highly detailed drawings and really basic stuff a lot. So I think it's just they're staying very faithful to it, which can be a good or bad thing. So
right, yeah, definitely it's faithful. I'm sure. Just I still didn't really like it that much.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I find it so weird when shows try to do this really bright style when it's not for any explicit purpose. It makes me think about the first episode or two of Steins Gate, where it's everything is really fucking bright, but it's because everything's really fucky, and
yeah, it's just disorienting.
Right. Yeah, it's supposed to be disorienting, but then it's in something like this, the shots where they're walking to school for the first time and it's really bright and kind of hard to see, and it's why? Fuck me? Okay.
I've noticed that with a lot of slice of life anime lately.
Yeah.
And the first day is always shit's so bright. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's why?
It's starting a dawn on a new horizon. I don't know.
Yeah. If you really want to stretch it, maybe people are disoriented on their first day. They're so nervous, but that's not a good visual metaphor for it at all.
Yeah.
I think it has something to do with modern anime largely being colored with computers.
Right.
Because it's not something that you see as much in stuff that was hand colored.
Yeah, definitely. Digital animation.
I did have to say though.
Yeah, I mean they've gone mad with power being
a little bit
computer colored power.
It's also the brightest thing of all time, and they try to make it look so nice, and he's I just want a boring school life, so it also doesn't really fit there.
Yeah.
All right, Kira Yoshikage.
I like the opening a lot, actually, though.
I think I forgot what it was.
Yeah. Yeah,
the art style of it looks cool, at least.
Yeah, the opening looks good, for sure. I don't know. That just reminds me of... Is it Hyoka people talk about, where they say the animation is, I know Deji used to say the animation was like literally distracting because nothing's happening, but they like overdo it. So I don't think I would accuse this show of that, but like definitely like hints of it.
I don't think any of us have actually seen Hyoko, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I haven't.
I need to watch it at some point though, but
Should have had Jordan.
Jordan comes
know.
in clutch here.
I don't know. Any other thoughts on this show? I don't particularly have a lot to say about it. I just kind of mostly found it not very funny.
So I watched up to episode 4 actually,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and episode 4 was bad because it had the girl I hated in it.
Oh yeah, it got that weird girl question mark character in episode 2, right? I don't know what to make of that character at all.
Oh, they're just a creature. They're kind of funny sometimes.
Yeah.
I've got some good bits in the manga for sure.
Yeah.
I went back and forth on like liking them or disliking them.
That's how like Tadano feels also. So I don't know. It
I
feels
see.
kind of right. I think
That makes sense.
they just
I don't
do shit that's dumb sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really like. I mean, the characters are kind of like not that much at this point. I've only seen 2 episodes, so there's a lot to go. But
Yeah.
especially the main character guy. I remember when they're first doing like the big dramatic like she's writing on the board and explaining like her anxieties and stuff like that, and then it's like it felt like I was like. It was a long scene. At first, it didn't quite get me, but then I was like kind of starting to get into it, especially because I forgot I was going to complain about this. The music choices for this feel so fucking weird, like the insert music.
Yeah.
I mean, it just feels overwhelming most of the time, especially like the really dramatic music.
For sure.
But they're doing the whole chalkboard thing and they're going crazy with it, and it looks like she's crying, but then it's like, oh, actually, she's like hiccuping or whatever, and. That just completely took me out of the scene.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, okay. It was such a weird feeling because I'm like, it is supposed to be a joke, and the joke is, haha, it ruined the tension, but it also just ruined my investment at all.
My day is ruined.
Like, I was like, this was like the only thing I like was starting to get attached to, and it just like dropped it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like, from what I know of you, this is not the type of show I think you would enjoy. So it just makes sense.
Yeah,
not your type of humor, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely not. I don't know. I guess would anyone recommend this show? I probably would not.
I think most like general anime fans would probably enjoy it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I recommend this a lot, even if I dropped it. Yeah, I mean, it's popular because a lot of people do like it.
Right. Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people sort of like the genre of nothing happens fluff comedy.
Yeah,
it's definitely one of my favorite genres. So.
Yeah.
I think there's probably just much better ones to be found, but if you're trying to watch something from this season, it's not bad, I guess.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the better shows I think from this season of what I've seen. So
I'd probably score it lower than a lot of stuff, but I liked it less than you guys. So
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, not enough nut kicking for Pokecall.
So true.
Watch his last video.
Not enough breasts at supersonic speed.
Zer0, did you see my last video was about DT?
I did. That's just one of the greatest shows of all time. So it's
I gotta fucking finish that show.
A hood classic.
Dude, it's so fucking funny.
Okay, shit. All right, that's enough for Komi-san.
Goodbye.
Takt Op Destiny. I didn't watch this one actually.
I didn't either. I think Zer0 or did Cole watch it?
No,
I
not
think
Cole.
Spunky
Gavin,
did, right?
Gavin and Zer0 watched
Yeah.
it. Can I get a mini synopsis here?
Unlike you Goon Squad members, I'm actually caught up on everything that I'm watching.
Bruh.
So Takt Opus, that's what the OP stands for, by the way. It's a music thing.
Not overpowered.
No.
What the hell?
Overpowered Destiny.
It's an ad for a gacha game? ?
Oh. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense. Okay.
All right. So it's got like the most shitty light novel premise that I've seen out of this season, which is that inexplicably these things called D2s have like just wrecked planet Earth. They're attracted to music, and also inexplicably we've got a bunch of people going around with these things called music arts, which are exclusively female for some reason, representations of classical music.
Okay.
And they're directed by conductors who are exclusively male, also for some reason.
Is this like Darling in the Franxx? What is
I was
this?
gonna say this is giving me Darling in the Franxx vibes, and I don't like that.
This is the most. I have 30-something question marks in my like notes on this show because I just don't understand it. Anyway, so what happens in this show is blonde girl on the front cover there was the friend and little sister of girl with orange hair and the moody guy on the left.
Mm-hmm.
Little sister of girl with orange hair, friend of moody guy on the left, and then she fucking dies.
Wait,
and gets turned into a music art.
Wait, who does?
That siphons Blondie.
The blonde girl. Okay.
Yeah, she turns into a music art that siphons the life force of brooding Japanese guy.
Jesus.
Her name is
Sucking him
Destiny,
dry.
hence the title. That is a Beethoven symphony that everyone knows, by the way. You don't know that you know it, but I promise you that you do.
I see.
It's the one that goes da-na-na-na.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck.
Da-na-na-na.
They had that song in Little Big Planet.
Everybody knows. And then the guy on the right there shows up and says, "Oh shit, dude, this is kind of a problem. You have to go to New York to unfuck all of this."
That's what's up.
Crawl, you want.
And they say, "Okay," and that's like all that's happened.
Wow.
Yeah, there's just like
Well,
stuff that happens like episode 2. They like get to like some like in the middle of fucking nowhere like pancake like food house thing just out there, and there's like a music.
no, that's episode 1, dog.
Is that episode 1?
Or wait,
That's episode 2. Episode 1 is where they like are like in the town. And it's got like the little kid.
no, because episode 2 is when they go to. Wait, no, you're right. Episode 4 is when they go to Las
Don't
Vegas.
question me, bitch.
Dude, I'm so fucking confused.
Basically, it's literally just like there's like a bunch of D2s in the nearby area, and they play like they like bring the music box or jukebox that they have there over there, and like they all come out and Destiny like fights them.
Oh.
Yeah. I gotta be honest. I started this show by accident by watching episode 3, and honestly, it might have been a better pilot than episode 1.
Episode 1 was just like stuff is just happening.
Well, yeah, episode 1, they just start doing things, and there's no explanation whatsoever. All the exposition is in episode 3.
Bruh.
So I didn't even question it. I thought they were just like pulling a fast one on me when I saw episode 3 on my screen, and I was like, no, this is episode 1. That's real funny, Madhouse.
Who doesn't question that?
Wait, no, Zero, you might be right, because episode 2 is the one where they have like they like play the piece together.
Yeah, episode 2 is the one where she fucking dies, and then episode 3 happens right after that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
These events just happen,
yeah.
and I feel like there's like I've only seen 2 episodes, but I feel like I can't like coordinate what happened first because there's like no order, like nothing's happening.
Yeah, no, this show has absolutely zero sense of direction. Like, I thought that they were just gonna rush to New York and get into like actual plot happenings, but we're like 5 episodes in and they just got to Houston. Also, the entire Southwest United States looks like the Sonoran Desert. So I'm like not convinced that any of the area designers have actually been to the United States.
Interesting.
Because that is not how I remember Texas.
I hope it's like
Not particularly.
I hope it's like part 3, and it takes until episode 12 for them to get to New York, and then it just ends.
It really is. It 100% is.
definitely
Like,
going
I'm
to be.
beyond convinced at this point.
Takt Op Crusaders.
Yeah.
I'm not
Anyway,
gonna
this
lie.
is a.
I thought the title said the show must goon because like the space between the going on is so small.
Yeah.
Show
it,
must
um,
goon.
This is a collaboration project between Madhouse and Mappa.
Right.
I'm not going to say that it's obvious who does which episodes, but it's obvious.
Interesting.
The Madhouse episodes look quite a bit better with less staff.
I see.
It's the odd number episodes.
I was gonna say, like, you would expect it to look very good if it's Madhouse Mappa, right? Like,
Those are two big names for sure.
Yeah. Although,
Well,
I wonder if that's why it feels so disjointed, maybe?
no, I think that's just because it's a gacha game adaptation.
I mean, I
It's
guess
very rare that those are actually good. Like, the only good one I can think of is, like, Rage of Bahamut Genesis.
I do recall people saying that's good. Huh.
It's just
Yeah,
all
I don't know.
over. I
It
thought
is.
like the like beginning two things were like they like kept me entertained at least, but like in episode 2 they like practice for like a festival thing and then they play music at it and then it like gets disrupted by D2s and it was just like it could not hold my attention at all.
Is this like
Yeah, the
Hypnosis Mike Division Rap Battle Anima? Do they have to fight with music?
No. The all the music arts have gun swords.
Oh, that's what's up.
Oh, so it's like
And they're
Xenoblade.
Yeah,
okay.
they come strapped.
Yeah. The conductor just waves around their baton, and supposedly they're doing something.
It is
but I don't know.
Xenoblade.
It just kind of looks like my man is sitting there flailing his
He
arm
just watching
around.
them. He cheering them on.
Yeah. And then he starts passing out because Destiny is
Yeah,
sucking him
because
dry.
his right arm, like every time she like, if she like time she like transforms or whatever to fight, he like his like right arm falls off for like, or no, it like
Yeah, she
Yeah.
eats his right arm.
it looks
Okay.
really weird.
Yeah, I don't know. The action sequences are pretty sick.
Yeah, the action's pretty decent.
I think that's at least to be expected. out of
Yeah,
these
I was going to
series
say,
for
you would
sure.
probably hope.
But oh, and the classical music is also nice.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know. I've actually studied classical music and listened to a fair bit. So it's like, it's cute, you know,
Uh-huh.
seeing the call outs and then they'll actually play classical stuff as an insert. And we do mean classical in the sense of like European music over a wide variety of genres, not just classical era.
I see.
That's an important clarification. But, so that's cute too. But I don't know. This is like a solid wait for the season to end and then find out if it's a disaster or not
I
before
see.
watching, to me. Because, like, I cannot get a read on this show at all.
Definitely brings down my like potential faith in it more, knowing it's like gacha game adaptation.
Yeah, I didn't even know that either.
Yeah, I had no
Hey,
fucking
man.
clue. It's rated quite high right now. I mean, almost 8.0.
Well, yeah, that's because the first episode looks really sick.
I see.
Or if you're me, the third episode, apparently.
Well, shit. Anything else to say about this one?
not really.
Solid weight out of 10.
Solid question mark at a time.
Solid question mark out of 10.
You know, I'll just do this preemptively. We're making a tier list here at the end too. We're not gonna.
Just put it
order.
in what
Yeah,
tier?
it's going into what tier? It was never going to go anywhere else.
Like if I had
It's
to
not
give it
necessarily
something,
bad.
I'd give it like a 5, because like the first episode was like kind of entertaining, and then the second episode was just like kind of boring. So it's like
I see.
If I
like,
could
okay.
give it a question mark, I would.
they should add that to Mal.
Yeah, this might be a resident of permanently unrated, like Evangelion. I don't know.
And Serial Experiments Lane? Or did you give that one a score?
I haven't watched Lane.
Oh, I thought you had it. Fuck. Okay.
Way to
No,
go, Cole.
I'm a fraud.
Dude.
I know, Cole, you're exposing me as cringe.
Yeah, I mean,
You made him feel bad.
you know, just letting my audience know how seriously they have to take your opinions. Wink, wink.
Yeah, Zero hasn't seen
Not very.
Zero hasn't seen Lane yet,
Yeah.
but he's really excited for next season when he gets more irregular Magic High.
Dude.
Is that next
Yeah.
season?
Yeah.
Oh, no. That means I have to catch up. Dude, that show fucking sucks. I hate that show. It's hilarious.
It
I
looks
thought you said you liked watching it overall.
I do like watching it, but it's absolutely terrible.
I see.
just like funny dumb.
Yeah, it's funny bad.
Alright. Next fucking show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is a good one. Platinum End.
This one is.
Okay, so who all watched this? I watched 2 episodes of this.
I watched one
I
episode.
watched 2 episodes.
Zero, did you watch this at all?
No. I
Okay.
stayed away from it
All right.
because I saw what people were saying about the manga.
Oh, really? What were they saying about the manga? Like,
It
that's
was
bad or
very, like, aggressively mid.
what? I kind of lines
Yeah,
up.
that's it. That's about what I think.
So let me give you a quick plot synopsis. Main character guy. I did not learn the names of like any of these characters in any of these shows, by the way, so I'm sorry.
All right, strong start.
If you scroll down, it actually
He-
shows you the names.
Dude, I don't wanna. Oh yeah, his name is Mirai. I forgot.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, he's named Future.
Yeah,
That's
crazy.
adorable.
Very ironic considering the show starts off with him basically trying to commit suicide, and by basically I mean he jumps off a building, because his life is terrible, and he jumps off the building, but he's saved by Angel this creature. Here,
She's a creature.
I mean, she's really a creature. And I don't know. A lot of stuff happens. Talks about how bad his life is, yada yada, and she basically saves him, gives him powers. He gets this red arrow, which if you shoot someone with it, it makes them fall in love with you. And he gets some wings. They fly really fast. It's really cool. We also find out at some point, maybe it's episode 2, he also gets a white arrow, which just fucking kills people.
I think it's episode 1.
It might be late episode 1. I don't know. Like, this takes a lot longer to unfold. Like the whole first episode is like that happening, plus like we learn his family situation. Pretty much his whole family was really nice until they all died in a car bombing. And he went to go live with his uncle and his aunt and their kids, and they all treat him like shit because, I don't know, he's adopted and they just fucking hate him, I guess. Like, okay, sure, whatever. I always find it very funny when it's just like, wow, people are just like extremely cruel for no reason. Like, but you know, whatever. These guys are like already kind of pieces of shit, so it's like, okay, I guess believable question mark.
Yeah, also like I saw something about like maybe it's like the guilt from what they did and stuff. That happens at like the end of the first episode that like he learns. Which is,
I find that a stretch.
Yeah, like I feel like it's like you do that to a kid and you're like, I don't know.
I feel like they're just assholes.
Yeah.
As in the kind of people. So yeah, the kind of sort of twist with the uncle and aunt towards the end of the first episode is that he finds out from the angel that the uncle and the aunt were the ones who killed their family, or killed his family, so that they could like get their inheritance money or something, since they would adopt him. Yeah, then they could take the money. And
Yeah.
so
It happens to me all the time.
yeah.
Common issue.
A lot of this is about him trying to like find a reason to live kind of deal. He ends up killing his aunt kind of sort of accidentally because he shoots her with the red arrow.
Dude, what did he think would happen?
When she was shot with the red arrow and they're fighting and he says you should die. Yeah, I don't know.
He's like, I can't believe she's actually dead.
Yeah.
I did this, no.
I fucked up, dude.
I mean, I guess I don't particularly blame him for like not assuming that he had the power to make her kill herself, I guess, but like still.
I guess. I don't know. She was like sucking his nuts off rip.
Yeah, I mean that do be what it do. I mean, it's weird though because the angel explains it too as like it's like they would only kill themselves if they had something they could feel guilty enough to kill themselves over, which doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah,
but sure.
The angel is pissing me off. I'll be real. I
That's
hate
really dumb,
her talking.
especially
She's mostly brain dead.
This red arrow that does this. Oh, by the way, it has this limitation. Oh yeah, also this limitation and this limitation.
Right.
It's like, why did you tell me that at the beginning?
Yeah, because we learn what at the end of the first episode. It's like, God is getting old. We gotta get a new god. And how they do it is 13 people who wish to die pretty much get saved like he did, and they get powers. And then the last one left becomes God at the end of it. So, you know, got a Mirai Nikki type situation going on here.
Zodiac
right?
War, dude.
What's that?
It's Zodiac War.
Zodiac War.
I don't think anyone else has seen that, but whatever.
Nope.
I do know the Zodiac War.
Best I got is Zodiac Killer.
Yeah.
Is that pretty close?
yeah.
They tracked his ass down. It's over for him.
Yeah, okay, he's already done.
Summon rat. Summon Broadwell, search rat.
What are you talking about?
Sorry. It's a fever dream from a forgotten time.
The premise of like the last one survives is like God is like kind of interesting enough to like watch it because it could be funny and like or it like could be good, but it's like 24 episodes. I'm like
It's just 24 episodes. There's no shot.
And
This
yeah,
shit could be over in 10.
I got like no investment out of the first episode, so it's like it's not gonna get continued by me. I don't think unless I hear it's like really good.
I was like, he's going to school. This could be fun. And then I realized it's going to be annoying. Like, oh, I can't have anyone see me. And the whole time, I'm just like, oh, never mind. Whatever.
It's definitely like trying to go for a Death Note type. You know, I gotta hide my power level type shit. You know.
Yeah.
With the school thing, which just so happens like 2 people go to his school that have these. Yeah. Okay. Like 2 people other than him.
Of course, out of 13 people in the whole world, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Japan must just be really depressing.
Maybe the suicide rates in that school are like really like that school sucks.
They're failing their fucking jobs.
It is the same author-artist duo as Death Note.
Wait, really?
Yep.
The character designs definitely looked like it. So.
After they finished Bakuman.
Wow.
In 2015 or so.
Wow, they fell off.
It just finished recently.
What the fuck?
I mean, Bakuman was really good. I think it's just that Platinum End specifically was not.
Right. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the first episode, I was kind of ish on, like, I was pretty like, this is alright. I could see more people being like, well, this is edgy and cringe, which it definitely is, but like, there's more substance to it than there is most random shit, I felt like.
More substance than cringe.
The theme was like slightly interesting, at least.
Yeah, this is probably a show I dropped like 5 episodes in, to be honest.
I already dropped it.
I kind of want to see where it goes from here a little bit.
There's a Dio angel. He voices one of the angels.
Oh yeah.
I think that guy already died.
Is that really enough to keep you going?
No.
No, he just said he dropped it.
Why even mention it?
Because it's kind of.
I thought it was funny.
There's also like a fucking Super Sentai type guy who is one of the god candidates or whatever.
And the CG looked really good. I'm kidding. It didn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, he is done in CG man style, similar to like a Goblin Slayer main character, where he is a walking CG fucking model.
Mm-hmm.
Although some shots he's animated actually.
Yeah, they like switch between it, which really made it weird. I was like,
it does make it weird for sure. Yeah, he's got like a robot suit and shit, and he's like playing hero, except he's not playing hero because he's just gonna kill the other god candidates. I was like, dang, maybe he'll like form a team and shit and only kill bad ones. No, he just wants to kill them. Okay, sure. He like stops a robbery and shit, except he kind of fucks it up because one guy gets his fucking brains blown out anyways. But
yeah, it happens to me all the time.
He also is the first one to kill a different god candidate because this guy, he's just some random dude and he just like makes himself like a comedian. Yeah, and he just like shoots a bunch of random like actresses and models and shit with the red arrow and tries to fuck them a bunch. So the hero guy just comes and shoots the fuck out of him. Oh, that reminds me, there's also like a power scaling thing in here. So depending on how good the angel you get, because there's 13 angels to correspond with 13 candidates, depending on how good the angel is, the better your or worse your powers are. Which everyone has.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's kind of stupid.
Is it a gacha game?
No, kind of. So there's like, what is it? Second tier, first tier, or no, second rank, first rank, and special rank. So if you're a special rank, your angel is, then like the main character Mirai, you get the white arrow, which you can just shoot and they just fucking die instantly if they get hit with it. The red arrow, which makes people fall in love with you. With the restriction of it only works for 33 days, can only use it on a person once. Okay, sure. And then you also get the wings. If you're first rank, you get the red wings, or you get the wings plus the red arrow. And if you're second rank, you get either the wings or the red arrow.
You imagine you get the third rank and you're just like, oh, I'm just fucked.
Yeah, that's fucking visceral. We get like a basic idea of like how many of each there are. There's like 3 or 4 special ranks, and there's like
3.
Yeah, assumed 3 special ranks, and then from there like maybe 4 or 5 first ranks, and then the rest like second rank. So we already know main character is like in the upper echelon of the power scaling here, right? Because he's got a special rank. The comedian guy, for all we know, he had was the red arrow. And he gets domed in the face because the hero guy's like, huh, you did not have a white arrow, I'm better. So
wrong?
yeah. But then they're also like angels can get demoted or promoted, like, they don't say what it's, like, based on, or,
Yeah,
like,
if they
why.
play enough solo queue.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, okay. Like, that has to be, like, set up for an ass pull later, right? Where it's like,
Shit, dude.
or it's like, he's gonna shoot him with the white arrow. Oh, he got demoted!
Ah, shit,
like,
I hit diamond again.
My angel's heart stuck D4.
Fucking enters my damn game.
Honestly.
it's impossible to escape plat, bro. Oh my god. So yeah, I don't know. The end of episode 2 is kind of cool because it's like he's going to his school. He leaves his angel at home because he's like, well, the other god candidates can see the angels, but nobody else. So he's like, if I have my angel around me, it's basically being like, hey, I'm a god candidate, murder me, please. So he goes to school without his angel. He gets to school, there's an angel guy floating above the whole crowd of people walking into the school, just like looking around. And he's like, what the fuck? And the angel guy like turns, does a beeline, looks at him, and he flinches like a bitch. And I'm like, oh shit, he's like looking for reactions of people. I see. And so presumably going into episode 3, this angel...
Just like Mieruko-chan, dude.
So like...
That's our next show. What a segue.
Wow. So presumably going to episode 3, it's like, oh, his cover's been blown by this one angel. You know, it's a smart boy thing to do.
Smart boy thing to do.
Kind of gives me a little bit of hope for like maybe the strategy will be interesting in this, but probably it won't be. I don't know. Talking about the show made me want to drop it more. I can't lie.
All right. Do you guys think the love interest survives till the end? I'm saying no.
Hard no.
Almost
No
certainly
shot.
not, right?
I'm guessing an episode 23 death.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That are like 14.
Yeah, I was gonna say 14 personally.
That's what motivates him to fucking kill everyone.
Yeah, he gets actually
Yeah.
insane.
Because he's playing on pacifist mode right now. He doesn't even want to be God.
Pussy.
So yeah, I don't know. I'd give this show a solid 5 or 6. Watch it if you're bored or like the premise really interests you for some reason.
From what I saw, I'd give a 5, but I guess if it developed in an interesting direction, it could maybe go up. But I don't have faith it will. So
Yeah, I can't lie. I'm kind of thinking about bumping the score down now that I talked about it, and I realized most of what I talked about I didn't like very much. But Gavin, what would you give this show based on your one episode?
Like a 4 or 5. I got pretty bored.
Yeah,
Like that, like edgy stuff. It's like, yeah, it's not like bad, but it just feels cringy, and I don't like it very much.
Yeah, it's like I don't know how it would develop to be interesting. I think since it is Death Note, guys, maybe the mind games and shit will be interesting enough to carry it, but
Hopefully.
I find it unlikely.
I mean, people that read the manga said it was mid, so I doubt it will.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, that seems to be the consensus as far as I've seen.
So
Manga's sitting at a 6.97.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's
that is
tough.
tough.
That's tough.
I don't have much faith.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
This score about to go
Now,
down day
manga's
by
also
day.
finished.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is going to be a complete adaptation. I assume it will be, so, you know.
How long is the manga? Do you know? Do you know how many like chapters the manga is?
Yeah, it's 58 published
Okay.
monthly, so it's 14 volumes.
Oh, that's not
It's long enough for a
Yeah,
24
for
episode
sure.
season.
bad. Yeah,
for sure.
definitely.
How do they stretch that shit out for so long?
One Piece moment.
One fight
Obviously,
every
by
30
introducing
chapters?
13 demons, they have a purple arrow and a blue arrow.
Wow.
The purple arrow makes you come uncontrollably. The blue arrow makes you drown.
You lose all your power.
The blue arrow jacks you off in paths. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was me, Armin.
That's all I gotta say about
Yeah,
this
we
show.
should move on.
Yeah. Mieruko-chan, I didn't watch this. Who watched this?
I watched an episode.
I did.
All right. Justin, you said you read the manga, right?
I did. I got caught up yesterday, actually.
Can you give me a quick synopsis on this one?
Sure. So, I mean, it's really not that complicated,
Yeah, it's-
but it sort of gets complicated later on, which is kind of fun. But it starts out very simple. It's just like this girl Miko. They actually changed. The manga starts with her. You know, she's checking her phone, Gabby?
Yeah.
The manga just starts right from that point.
Oh, that's a good chunk of into the episode.
Yeah, the anime added all that like pre stuff where she's like normal. That was never in the manga.
That makes sense.
But she just sees these like fucking terrifying demons. Like, if this shit was around me in real life, I'd be on edge like literally all the time, which she kind of is. A lot of the designs are actually really cool. I don't know who the artist is for this, if they've done other stuff, but
I kind of like how the main girl's like eyes look. They're like really weird, different.
Yeah, I think a lot of the art is actually really good, especially later stuff.
Yeah, I really like the art when she like goes to like pick up her little buddy from under the desk. It's a good shot.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's basically it. She sees these things, and if you kind of like have a feeling that they always are like ask, "Oh, can you see me?" and she has to play dumb, basically, which is kind of really scary. Like,
yeah,
she has to pretend they're not there, otherwise they will probably attack her or other bad
like,
things. Because
Jesus.
And like her like second encounter, it's like she's like in the bathroom and she's like looking at herself in the mirror, and one just appears behind her, and it's like, "Hey, can you see me?" And she's like, "Something's in my eye." And then it's like, it goes on for like a little bit, and then it cuts to her on the couch, and she's like, "I just spent like 20 minutes in there."
Oh my god,
that's awful.
That's terrifying.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, and then her friend Hana. Her name is Hana. Yeah, she's just like she's a Genki girl, so like super energetic, whatever. Fucking eats a lot of food.
It's kind of funny in the beginning. It's like she runs up behind her, and she's like, "Guess who?" or whatever. And she's like, "Oh, it's you," or whatever. And she's like, "How can you tell?" She's like, "It's because your fucking tits are huge." And then and then later the next day, it's after she's like seen like the demons for the first time again. And she like comes behind her and grabs her, and she just like jumps on the floor like in terror.
She's like having a fucking heart attack.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the anime is also like way more. They have a lot more suggestive camera shots than the manga ever had. Yeah, I assume because the studio directing this.
I think that's a problem endemic to anime adaptations.
It really is. It really
Passion.
is.
I think they did like High School DxD.
Yeah, they did some. They did like Citrus, which is just like yaoi.
I don't know. I think it's dumb, but
you mean Yuri?
Oh, they did interspecies reviewers.
Oh
no.
Didn't they dub like the first episode of this show before like
it got canned from Crunchyroll, I think, or something?
Yeah, before they realized. How dumb are they?
How do you not know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Look at the fucking cover.
They also did New Higurashi, so it can be assumed this is a really bad studio.
Yeah. The anime actually, like, they did a good job with the ghosts, though, which I was impressed. I thought it'd be shitty.
Yeah,
CG,
they look
but they
scary
actually,
as fuck.
They hand animated it, so
that's
it looks
cool. That's cool.
very good. Yeah, that's the main synopsis. Most of the stuff is like plot things later in the manga, which is like kind of spoilery, but
right, yeah.
Basically, like, the thing with her is she has a power to see like very negative spirits, which most people cannot. Some people can see like minor negative spirits, which are just like little like black like haze things. Which eventually you find out later. The blonde girl who's in the cover there on the right, whose name is, I think it's Yuria, but it's also translated as like Julia sometimes. So I don't know.
I see. Yeah,
that is how you translate Julia into katakana,
right? Which I know, but I don't know if they just decided on which one. I think it's supposed to be Yuria, like officially or whatever. So she can see like the minor spirits and stuff, so she's like trying to be friends with her. She's like, "Look, you can see them too, right?" And she's like, can't talk to her because there's another like super huge demon in the room that she can't see. God. So she's like trying to communicate there, so she just fucking chokes her out to get out of the situation. It's kind of funny.
Die.
She literally puts her like a serpent drop hold and fucking kills her.
Oh my god.
Some of the comedy is really funny, like in the situations. I think it works well. So I don't know, just because of how absurd.
The more I think about it, the more I might actually like continue this. for like a couple more
I was
episodes.
gonna say I kind of like what I'm hearing.
I would recommend the manga for sure. I don't know about the anime, maybe we'll have to see, but yeah.
I see. Yeah, it sounds like it's not quite the best adaptation, but like not bad.
Yeah, the art's good, which is like what you needed, I think, to enjoy this. Because most of the like cool stuff is, wow, this thing is fucking terrifying. Okay.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts?
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Most of the other stuff is like manga late stuff that I don't really want to spoil in
Right. Yeah.
detail. So
would we recommend this then? Yeah, probably something.
Yeah. I feel like horror stuff for sure.
I think, yeah,
Cool.
it's like a fun, like not like jump scary horror type thing.
That's
So,
cool.
It can be fun.
There was like
Yeah.
there's like fucking fan service shots, but there's only like 2 major like ass shots. It's like it's not like the worst thing ever. Like fucking.
Did you wait? Because I actually watched up to episode 5, I think, which is the newest one now.
I only watched 1.
Yeah, no, there's like I think episode 2 or 3 has like a lot worse than the first episode. So
I see.
Oof.
it's just annoying because I'm like, this show could be good. We don't need this shit, bro. It's just gonna appeal to coomers now.
Right.
Fucking whatever.
Maybe have a stomach for fan service, or just read the manga.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend the manga. So
I ain't got you got a stomach for horror, but not.
it's only 30 chapters.
Yeah,
so
right.
It's not a long read.
Oh, it's only 3.
Oh wow, yeah, okay, that makes me want to read it actually.
Cool. All right. Go on to the next one. What is the next one? Blue Period. Who all watched this?
I did.
I know I did. Gavin did. Nobody else?
Nope.
All right.
Couldn't be me.
I'll give quick synopsis on this one then. Blue Period is about this guy with the scraggly hair in the middle here. He hangs out with a bunch of his random friends. They kind of just waste time, like watch soccer games,
yeah.
I think, and just kind of fuck around in general, drink, stay out late, anything but their homework and shit like that, pretty much. Except he's actually a pretty studious guy, but he just like it's not really what he lives for or anything.
Yeah.
He just does it because he feels like he has to.
Yeah,
do it.
because his like parents are poor and they're like you can't send you to like a good university.
Yeah, so he feels compelled to have good grades, at least even though he's pretty much a delinquent. Through an art assignment and seeing another girl's painting, he kind of realizes like that he likes painting a lot. He specifically like this image of like Shibuya, like really early in the morning from when they're like out late as fuck because they were drinking. They're like getting ramen super early because they've been up all night or whatever, just fucking around. He talks about how much he likes it, and in class he's assigned like to draw your favorite scenery or whatever, and he draws it, and it's cool because it's like he hangs it up and his friends are like, wow, that's pretty good, and at first they're like trying to figure out what it is because it's a little bit abstract maybe, and like they're guessing wrong and shit like that, and he's like, yeah, people wouldn't get it that much, but then one of them like guesses right. He's like, oh, it kind of reminds me of Shibuya, and they're like, oh yeah, I see what you mean, like this and this, and like they start talking about it, and he's like gets really emotional, excited because he's like, wow, I feel like that was like the best conversation I've had like pretty much ever. I think he says specifically like it feels like the first time I actually had a real conversation.
It's just like us on this podcast.
I like there's in the beginning when he's like when he first gets the assignment, he doesn't like obviously he has like a couple days to do it. One of the guys is like talking like, I wish I could just like draw my face and my girlfriend's tits or like my girlfriend's tits, and the old teacher lady just comes up and she's like, oh, you can do that for sure, that sounds lovely, how warm are they, like what's the size, how squishy are they?
Yeah.
they're like huh?
She's like trying to convey how like soft and warm they are or whatever.
That's a power move.
Like, okay, that's what's up, yeah. And so he kind of figures out that he likes art through that, and seeing one girl's like really good art, whatever, that she's applying to school with or something, and he's like hesitating really hard because you know he feels like he's never been enthusiastic about anything in his entire life, and this is kind of like the first thing that he's thought about being enthusiastic about that he might like actually try to be good at, but so he's really struggling because he's like, do I go to art school? Going to art school fucking sucks because there's only one like affordable one for him basically, and it's really hard to get into. They only accept like 5 people a year. But at the end of the episode, he like steals himself but decides to go for it and that kind of shit. So, I don't know, Gavin, what did you think about this? I liked it quite a bit.
I liked it quite a bit too, yeah. I thought episode 2 was like a little weaker, but there's one scene that I really liked. That's probably actually my favorite scene. He's like talking with his mom about how he wants to like go to art school because she's like, he hadn't like talked to her about it really at all, but like he kept like staying up all night drawing. So she would like walk into his room and like see like all the fucking pictures all over, and she's like, "These are really good." And there's one where he like, when he's like talking to her about wanting to go, he brings like a drawing he did of her in like the kitchen doing dishes and stuff. And he like talks about like, he's like, "You've got all these like scratches and marks, and like you can see how worn out your eyes look, and your hands are so beat up from all this like labor and work you're putting in for your family, and I never even noticed about it. I like feel so bad." And she like starts to like cry and like, yeah,
Oh, man.
it's pretty good.
That's cool.
I liked it.
Yeah, I only watched one episode of this so far. Yeah, I thought it was just really solid. I could definitely see it being something that like maybe gets slow.
Yeah,
and, like,
I'm
not quite as
worried
good
it's
as it
gonna
goes
like
on.
just like wander around and not really do like go for anything. It's just gonna-
Right. It feels like a lot of the substance might have already been in the first episode. I thought the first episode was quite good.
Yeah, I like the first
It's
one.
not another front-loaded anime.
Yeah.
Hopefully not.
I mean, it's pretty. Hopefully not. It looks good, right? I don't remember if it was like outstandingly good, but like the important shots looked good for
yeah,
sure. I like the characters.
it's just
so
like up
far.
to good
Character
quality.
yeah, the character designs are pretty
What's
good.
this?
also.
What's this studio again?
Um,
At the top. Oh, I guess you can go down there.
7 arcs.
7 arcs. Sekiro.
Yeah, as opposed
Heard
to-
I
of
was
that.
gonna say I have.
White
Oh,
Album.
White
Sekiro?
Album.
White
They did
Album
Sekiro?
1. Uh-oh.
Yo, White Album 1? That's a true banger.
6.52.
True banger.
Oh, they did
Mahou
lyrical
Shoujo.
Nano.
Okay.
Sekiro is unhinged.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Pokemon,
Oh.
but with big titty anime girls.
That's up. That's up.
Alright.
What a weird studio
so
choice.
just like a whatever studio. Yeah.
Definitely an interesting choice of studio.
For like an artsy feeling thing.
I'm not gonna lie, when I saw the title, I thought this would be like a free type anime with anime boys.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, White Album kind of falls in there, but
I see.
outside of that, you know,
Yike.
I don't know about that.
Got anything else to say about this one, Gavin?
No. Looks. If you find
I would
it
say-
interesting at all, I'd say definitely give it a shot.
Yeah, I would say it's solid recommend. Definitely was enjoyable. Okay, next show. We got... this one. Like, what do you even call this show for short? I just call this Assassin Show.
Wait,
Yeah,
Zero.
I just
This
call it
Assassin.
Assassin's
Zero, did
Creed.
you watch this? Oh,
Hell no.
Damn it.
I don't watch isekais.
The world's
You
best
chose one of
assassin
your favorites
to reincarnate in a different world as the Christ. Yeah. So Gavin, Justin, and I watched this, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Done by the same guy who made Redo of Healer, by the way.
I forgot.
Oh,
you said
that's
that.
right. I heard about that.
How? I mean, I guess I see how. But
Just because you write garbage porn does not mean
You can't write just
you're
garbage.
capable of writing
Someone
anything
gave it a
else.
10. What the fuck?
woo, how?
You have to
Do a
fucking
call
amount
drop.
reviews.
I scrolled down too far. Should I summarize this one, or does someone else want to take a crack at it?
You got. I don't want
Um,
to summarize it.
I can, yeah, I mean, I can do it if you don't want to, but otherwise,
No,
you
I
got
got it.
All right.
I was just wondering if anyone was enthusiastic about it.
Not really.
Okay.
I kind of
Favorite
regret
show of the
watching
season,
it.
maybe, you know?
Yeah, I mean, y'all seem just positively riveted about this
Yeah,
show.
yeah. So, okay, so the intro shot, the intro scene of this is like, women are. We got this girl. She's in like it looks like a back room of like a theater or something like that, and she's getting makeup put on her, and she's crying. She's like, I don't want to, please, no, please. She gets put out onto the theater place. It's a bunch of rich aristocrat dudes. They're buying women as slaves, right? So we're like, oh fuck, that's crazy, man. Okay. It takes like 3 minutes for this to happen. I swear to fucking god. And so, like, one or two girls get sold. Next girl goes out. They start bidding on her. As they start bidding on her, she breaks out some fucking magic shit. And she starts just beating the fuck out of everybody with magic powers and gun. It's like magic gun, right? Like, I don't know. Doesn't fucking matter. She says the words of the magic and it makes a cool, crazy sound effect with a, whoa, it's like distorted. Whoa. Beats the fuck out of everything. We got main character and someone else on like a hillside with a sniper, like watching everything. I don't know what they're going to do, but they're presumably going to do something at some point. I don't even remember how, like, do we just cut away from that scene into like the main plot after that? Like, does that scene even like resolve other than they beat everybody, I guess? I don't think it does.
No, they just
okay,
like,
anyways.
they just do what they're supposed to do.
Right, yeah. Yeah, that's weird. Why do they have like people positioned as snipers? Like, whatever. So we find out main character. I also don't remember this guy's. Oh yeah, Lou. Tuathe. I forget how they say it. Something like that.
I can't remember
Is
any
that
names. I won't
fucking
lie.
Irish?
You know.
Looks like it.
So he in our world he works for. Is it the Japanese government or is it just like an American? I forget what.
It's just a. It doesn't really
government.
say.
Yeah,
It's just like.
Okay. He works for some government, and he's an assassin. He's been raised like from birth as an assassin by this government. He's the best assassin in the world type shit. He's fucking hella good. We see him on the job with pretty much a newbie who's out of like academy training to help him. He kills like they're assigned to kill like 5 guys. She helps him. He shoots 5 guys. I hate this image, Zer0. I'll put it in the fucking thing, I guess.
5 guys, burgers, and fries.
Fucking redo healer, bro. I can't lie, Zer0. Every time I see this image, I think of you.
Alright. Delete it. Go back. I would never do that.
Yeah?
Well,
Yeah.
How much?
How much?
You need to...
How much would you have to pay me?
How much for a
to
recreation?
Poke a girl with a burning hot rod?
Okay, well, I didn't go that far. I wanted you to do the pose.
Good lord.
Okay.
Anyways.
Wait.
What?
Redo of healer author says Kayaru models their personality.
No!
It can't be.
Someone got to check this guy's fucking record.
Dude,
Should he be out of prison?
How do we know he's not writing from prison?
We don't.
Okay, anyways, so they do a job. He shoots the 5 people he's assigned to shoot, and they're like mafia guys or whatever. They're all standing in the middle of this fucking desert for some reason, fighting or something.
They're just fucking standing there.
Yeah, they're just fucking, like, they're out in, like, the fucking countryside of, like, Nevada or some shit, right? Like, this is absolute fucking wasteland. Desert. He shoots the 5 people, and she's like, you should shoot the rest of them. You don't, like, we might as well wipe him out here if we have the opportunity. They haven't even found us yet. And he's like, I was ordered to kill exactly 5 fucking people. That's exactly what I'm gonna fucking do. You're an idiot. What if it ruins, like, their plans? What if they have, like, an inside man who's gonna take over now that leaders are dead? Like, whatever. Basically tells her she's stupid. And then the rest of, like, his backstory from our world is, like, they're trying to escape from, like, cops or authorities that got alerted because they get spotted by a drone or something like that. They escape. Barely. They drive away. They get followed again. And they have to, like, ditch the car and do some crazy shit to not get killed by the guns or whatever. It's a kind of a cool scene because it's, like, they intentionally, like, rig the car to go without them and shoot at the army so that they'll shoot back and blow up the car so that they can, like, assume that they're dead when actually they're not in the car. They just rigged it to, like, shoot at them. It's kind of cool, I guess.
Kind of cool, I guess.
I mean, it is. And then they're in the fucking countryside waiting overnight so that they don't get spotted by the drone again. He has a whole deal with her where, I don't know, she's just trying to one-up him constantly, and he's just like, you're stupid the whole time, because she is stupid, I guess. And You know, this is like his last job. This is like the last one, right? And so he goes to retire, and they're like, okay, you take this plane and leave or whatever.
That's
he takes
surprising.
the plane with her. The government shoots down his plane basically, and he fucking dies. He gets his
Yeah, I'm surprised. That shit just fucking...
yeah. It's
straight up.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's very obvious that it's like, oh
Well,
no. Oh, wait, go ahead.
I didn't think like everyone on it would die. Was my point. I
Oh,
thought he'd,
yeah,
like
yeah.
save people or some shit. But it's just like nope, just it's like oh,
Yeah, you
all
would-
right.
You would
They just
think,
killed them all.
right? Yeah, they didn't give a fuck. Well, so yeah, it's like obviously they have a pretty good incentive to kill the guy who knows all their secrets, right? As he's retired and they no longer have any use for him. He doesn't particularly see it coming because A, he feels like he's like worked for them his whole
Yeah, it
life
feels
and
like
they should
a
trust him
home.
by now, kind of deal.
It feels like a home, basically.
It feels like
That's all he's ever
yeah,
known.
it's like all he knows. Like he's never even once like considered betraying the organization. Like he just does literally whatever they say because he likes them for raising him and whatnot. And 2, he's like kind of tied down by the girl being with him on the plane. So like he's not as diligent as normal because he's like concerned about her. I guess I don't know. I didn't really get that part. I guess now that I'm
Yeah.
thinking about it, but either way, he's like they got me kind of deal.
Alright, we're
Tell
Um,
him,
I feel like you're
Spunky.
taking way too
Tell
long on
him.
this.
Tell him.
Okay, dude. Okay.
It's not very interesting.
So
yeah, you suck, Cole. Hurry the fuck
No,
up.
I'm
Suck
just saying
my
like
dick.
the plot's not very interesting.
Yeah. So he dies. He's getting reincarnated. He's reincarnated to a goddess girl, and she's like, "Wow, you're dumb for. I can't believe you let yourself get assassinated when you're the best assassin in the world." He's like, "Yeah, I'm kind of angry about it.
kind of
Actually,
fucked that one up.
and I'm kind of actually mad because I like them so much." She's like, "Yeah, you're dumb." So she's like, "I'll reincarnate you to this world, so that you can do a job for me." And she's like, basically, the hero of this world is going to ruin the world. Like, what is it? A couple years after, he becomes the real hero, basically, because he's just gonna go crazy with the power and fuck everything over, and the world will get destroyed. So he is given the job of assassinating this hero, but not too early. He has to assassinate the hero after he kills like the Demon King, when he's 16, because the Demon King also can only be defeated by the hero. So between like the time period of the Demon King dying and like the time period of where he destroys the world, like 2 years later or something like that, he has to assassinate the hero, which is tough because humans have like skills in this world or whatever. It's like a magic world, right? Normal people can only have up to 5 if they're really lucky. This hero has 30, and he has like all like S and A rank skills or whatever. She's like, he's a fucking monster. Like he will
He's
beat you
yoked.
physically no matter what, because he just has like infinite fucking skills basically. So she's like, she like lets him pick a loadout of his own, like one skill from each thing. The reason she doesn't like give
Is
him
one of the
more
skills
than
big
that is
penis?
like because it's like already breaking the rules of like what she has control over or whatever. Whatever, it doesn't matter. He picked. No,
No.
decidedly not.
That might have been the D rank skill he picked. I don't know.
Yeah, true. Yeah, he gets. So it's like S rank, A rank, B rank, C rank, D rank. The S rank one's like really fast recovery, regeneration. It's like mono regeneration stuff like that. All the other ones are good shit like that or whatever. Specifically for the D rank one, we don't see it, and he says, "Wow, this is a D rank skill. The gods must be blind," and like we never know. So it's like, wow, that's an ass pull waiting to happen.
Yeah. I picked never lose. Actually, that's my D rank.
And I actually picked Chekhov's gun. Yeah, it'll be crazy. So he gets reincarnated, and episode 2 is like he's reincarnated to his family. His family is like from a royal house, and what they do basically is they are doctors by day.
Oh, so it's like
but
real
by night
life
they're also like
doctors.
basically secretly tasked with assassinations to keep the kingdom running properly, kind of deal. So he gets training from his father. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's what's up. So episode 2 is mostly just a lot of like, I am getting stronger. So
Yes, very strong.
yeah, episode 2 is like episode 1's like not particularly interesting. I like the background a decent bit, like the backstory. It's like entertaining enough, but like episode 2 is just like a very milquetoast. Like he is training to get stronger, and his family is really nice to him.
He is so strong. Oh.
Yeah.
Does he have a big titty
it's
elf
something.
GF yet, though?
Episode 3 kind of funny because he creates a
Unwatchable.
fucking anti-tank gun.
Interesting.
and fires that shit. I was like, what the? No, she's like 10,
she's got, like,
and
a
he's like
lily
8.
Yeah, he gets a lolly girl teacher. I'm a child, but actually
She's
I'm
in the-
ranked 5th in the world for
The
magic.
third episode image right there.
Damn, that kind of sound like Mieruko
Yeah.
Tensei.
Yeah, so the parallels to Mushoku Tensei are pretty there. I mean, reincarnated from previous world, theme of like main character getting over trauma from previous world, being born into a somewhat royal family where he's quite skilled at magic from an early age, and actually they hire a teacher from far away who's actually a child despite her being one of the most powerful magicians that they know of, and she teaches him.
Isn't there like? Didn't you say there was like the same fucking scene of like him when she's like reincarnating him about breastfeeding?
Both of them make a joke about so in Mushoku Tensei, the main character guy, he's a fucking terrible person, pervert. So when he gets reincarnated, he's like, "Oh my god, nice boobies," like that kind of thing to his mom. Because she's like breastfeeding him because he was literally just born or whatever. Whereas like in this one, as he's getting reincarnated, the goddess says, "Now don't make any weird faces when you breastfeed." So pretty direct nod there, I would say. Unlike that show though, this show has no direction. I mean, I don't like.
He's got to kill the hero in 16 years, dude. Come on.
Like that's like a little bit interesting because we know there's like 100% a power difference.
The other assassin girl gets reincarnated, right?
I didn't even think about that, but yes, you got to.
She's definitely one of the girls in that title.
She's the blue hair girl or the blonde hair girl.
Probably the blonde one. Actually, no. Wait, who is the one on the slope with him in the opening scene?
I don't remember.
It's got to be her. Anyways,
maybe.
The main character's deal is like he's feeling emotions again for the first time and getting used to that. It's not nearly as interesting, though.
He does kill someone in the 3rd episode.
That's what's up.
It's like some girl that his dad was like, "Oh, you have to try to convince him to let you live, and I'll release you from jail." But then he just kills her, and he's like, "Yeah."
I see.
It's like, well, yeah, he did kill people before, so.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. This show is not very interesting.
Art style kind of not good either.
Yeah,
in general.
Silverlink's consistently pretty like mediocre looking.
Animation pretty boring.
Yeah, I'd say that this is a relatively lifeless show.
But
you pick this
trailer,
as an
Eric,
isekai to watch, and you have other options. I don't know what to tell
There's
you.
a better isekai airing this season.
Yeah, pretty
It's
much.
not an isekai, is it?
Whoa.
All right,
Yeah.
next show.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would recommend this. I don't have anything else to say about it.
No,
It is
pretty
Faraway
bad.
Paladin.
Yeah. What does this one translate to? Something no Paladin. Is it like Faraway Paladin? Paladin of the End. Yeah. That's it.
Owari no Paladin.
Who all watch this? Is it just me and Gavin?
Yeah, I think so.
I did not watch this.
Gavin, you want to talk about it?
Jesus Christ.
Did we watch only one
I
episode of
think
it?
so. Cause
That was the longest episode of my whole life.
okay, it's literally like he's like picked up by these like undead people that are like previous like they had like they like helped history and like carved a lot of the stuff and like the guy on the right was in like a bunch of wars and like the goddess I forget what she did. I'm be real. But
She was like
She was a god, probably.
she was she was like some like ambassador to the god of harvest or whatever.
yeah, and then the which dude is like he's like has like a lot of history knowledge and like is like knows like literally everything, and they're just like teaching him growing up and like helping him learn a bunch of skills, and it's literally just like a 24-minute exposition. It's like nothing happens. They just tell him and teach him stuff and just exposition dump. It's so boring. It's actually
It was very slow. I should the show like looks good.
yeah, it looks pretty decent.
Definitely. Like the animation's good, the art's good. There's a little bit of intrigue and like they have conversations about how they're hiding information from him because you can't know
The
it.
coolest
yet,
part was
but then
probably
eventually-
the where it's like he like peeps into a room he's not supposed to, and it's her like because he asked like how she gets the bread that like feeds him and stuff. And it's her like she's like burning while praying, like she's like literally on fire praying for the harvest and stuff because she like committed a sin previously and because
she's undead and being undead is a sin to the gods, right? Because it's like making a pact with the bad god or whatever. But but the thing is, the idea is she still prays to get him food because she's just that nice or whatever. I really don't see any direction for this show. It's not particularly interesting. I mean, the storytelling, like Gavin was saying, it's very just like you are told all this. He's reincarnated, but we don't know anything about his reincarnation yet. We get very, very fuzzy flashbacks to he's at a job or something. Yeah.
Not a whole lot.
Yeah, it's like episodes. But the thing is, the idea is she still prays to get him food because she's just that nice or whatever. I really don't see any direction for this show. It's not particularly interesting. I mean, the storytelling, like Gavin was saying, it's very just like you are.
Not a whole lot.
Yeah, it's like episodes. But the thing is, the idea is she still prays to get him food because she's just that nice or whatever. I really don't see any direction for this show. It's not particularly interesting. I mean, the storytelling, like Gavin was saying, it's very just like you are.
Not a whole lot.
Yeah, it's like episodes. But the thing is, the idea is she still prays to get him food because she's just that nice or whatever. I really don't see any direction for this show. It's not particularly interesting. I mean, the storytelling, like Gavin was saying, it's very just like you are.
Not a whole lot.
Yeah, it's like episodes. But the thing is, the idea is she still prays to get him food because she's just that nice or whatever. I really don't see any direction for this show. It's not particularly interesting. I mean, the storytelling, like Gavin was saying, it's very just like you are.
Not a whole lot.
Yeah, it's like episodes. But the thing is, the idea is she still prays to get him food because she's just that nice or whatever. I really don't see any direction for this show. It's not particularly interesting. I mean, the storytelling, like Gavin was saying, it's very just like you are.
Not a whole lot.
Yeah, it's like episodes. But the thing is, the idea is she still prays to get him food because she's just that nice or whatever. I really don't see any direction for this show. It's not particularly interesting. I mean, the storytelling, like Gavin was saying, it's very just like you are.
Not a whole lot.
Yeah, it's like episodes. But the thing is, the idea is she still prays to get him food because she's just that nice or whatever. I really don't see any direction for this show. It's not particularly interesting. I mean, the storytelling, like Gavin was saying, it's very just like you are.
Not a whole lot.
Yeah, it's like episodes. But the thing is, the idea is she still prays to get him food because she's just that nice or whatever. I really don't see any direction for this show. It's not particularly interesting. I mean, the storytelling, like Gavin was saying, it's very just like you are.
Not a whole lot.
Yeah, it's like episodes. But the thing is, the idea is she still prays to get him food because she's just that nice or whatever. I really don't see any direction for this show. It's not particularly interesting. I mean, the storytelling, like Gavin was saying, it's very just like you are.
Not a whole lot.
Yeah, it's like episodes. But the thing is, the idea is she still prays to get him food because she's just that nice or whatever. Yeah. I really don't see any direction for this show. It's not particularly interesting. I mean, the storytelling, like Gavin was saying, it's very just like you are.
Not a whole lot.
Yeah, it's like episodes. But the thing is, the idea is she still prays to get him food because she's just that nice or whatever. Yeah. I really don't see any direction for this show. It's not particularly interesting. I mean, the storytelling, like Gavin was saying, it's very just like you are.
Title if I've ever seen.
Yes, it is.
It's an
Then from the
Isekai,
hero's
dude.
party, I decided to live a quiet life in the countryside.
Yeah.
I was kicked out of the hero's party because I wasn't a true companion, so I decided to have a slow life at the frontier.
So long.
So
Is it just Gavin and I who watched this? We watched this.
I
No,
thought
I
Zer0
watched
watched
this.
it.
Oh,
I'm
let's go
even
see it.
caught up. That's crazy.
What?
Don't trust me. I have the greatest elevator pitch for this show.
All right, you gotta.
Alright, let's hear it.
All right. Are you a lonely young sap like me in your early to mid 20s who dreams of having a pretty wife who fawns all over you? Do you listen to anime girl ASMR roleplay videos on YouTube at the dead of the night?
Yes,
Well, boy, do I have the show for you to live vicariously through.
Is it the 180 centimeter? That 3-minute episode
Yeah,
show? Is that what you're talking about?
ASMR show. We'll get to that. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we watched 2 episodes of the ASMR show.
My plot summary is just local man gets gaslit into retiring
Yep.
and then opens an apothecary with his big titty adventurer GF. Please get a room.
I hate this word, gaslit into
That's kind of right.
What's
It's literally
gaslit?
right.
What's
Kind of right. Yeah, that's
The
right.
dude pulled him out onto the balcony. He's like, "Hey, you know what? You suck. You both know you suck."
he's like,
Get
I
the
mean,
fuck
you
outta
are
here,
not.
dude.
You are horrible. Like, you gotta go. You
You
gotta
gotta punch me in the face, pussy. I
Okay,
dare you.
but honestly,
you can't.
hard stuck, right? Like, he's hard stuck.
My man was hard stuck.
That's tough. He's like, well, if I had the other sword, I could have. He's like, anyone could be good with the good sword. Like,
Okay.
It's like, if I picked up a top tier, anyone can do that with a top tier,
Dude,
bro.
that guy is such a fucking tool.
He's like literally like hard stuck plat. He's like pretty good, but he's like
Yeah.
not good enough to do anything.
yeah. Sometimes if you got a good carry, makes it through. But yeah. I don't know. First episode was like better than I was expecting. I don't know why I'm not watching any more of this. I hate to break it to you.
No,
I actually kind of like
dude.
this show.
It's not
I
bad.
I don't know.
I recommended
I'm a
this show to you, Cole.
huge romance junkie, though. So
Right.
like that's an important qualifier here. Well, I guess it's not a rarity in the genre so much anymore, but like it's a newer trend where like
Right.
you'll actually get romances that have
Like, yeah.
effectively committed relationships. So the drama derives from other sources than the chase or relationship indecision,
Right.
which is pretty nice. I also like that they're actually putting effort into contextualizing like why the two characters are a couple rather than just like they're inexplicably in a relationship.
Well,
My
he's a
man just
Virgo.
says-
She's an Aquarius.
Yeah,
Stay lucky.
Just
Yeah, I mean, like, we had an entire exposition episode detailing why she started liking him, and I was like, wow, that's
Damn.
surprising. I'm used to, like, Ichika Orimura just getting all the bitches on his dick.
Sheesh.
How?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of slow. There
Yeah, I was
is,
gonna
like,
say,
a...
how was that episode of her just talking about how much or like why she likes him?
It was shown via flashback.
Yeah.
We also get, like, this intrigue subplot with, like, what's going on in the hero's party now that Homeboy's been kicked out.
Yeah, they're
And it's
fucking
not good.
thriving theirs.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I have to say one of the best scenes in the last episode was when the wizard guy, who called the protagonist a little bitch got splattered all over the wall.
Oh,
Yeah, dude,
he's
it came
dead?
out of nowhere. I was like, damn, son, that's crazy.
He got fucking killed.
He's dead.
No, he lived. But
What?
there was a lot more of him on the wall than there was on the floor. That's for
Dude.
sure. Yeah, man.
Maybe
hero's
he'll
a
be the
cheater.
next to be hard stuck.
Oh yeah, he's hard stuck dickhead. That's
He's
for
hard
sure.
stuck to that fucking wall.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think if you like romances, then this is definitely a solid watch. Also, maybe if
Alright.
you like the slow-paced SOLs, but outside of that, I don't really know if it's worth it.
That's pretty inoffensive.
It was
It was
I
better than
thought
I
it'd be like
expected. I
pretty
expected
trashy
it-
and like boring, but it was actually pretty like it was just kind of wholesome. Like
Yeah,
I
I
don't know if I'd say
also
wholesome,
expected
but, like,
garbage.
Yeah.
I just started watching it because I said you can't put that many words in a title and have a good show, right?
They always do put more words. I don't know how.
I
It's just
know.
a trend lately, dude. I don't know.
Dude, why is the
Dude,
title so long?
They could just cut out one of those. It
What's your
makes it
favorite
look
anime? Shin no Nakama Janai.
Like, how do you even fucking abbreviate this without the English title? Fucking Banished? Like, I'm hitting this bitch with Dimensional Prison? Like,
I don't know, man. Like, I
Apothecary,
was
man.
tempted to call it like Pharmacist Hero, but isn't that a different one actually?
I feel like there's
idea.
another one. It's like a medicine hero or something.
There's a Pharmacist Isekai. This one's not an Isekai though. It's actually just straight up fantasy, which is
right.
also a rarity.
A little bit.
Look at that. Pharmacist Hero is another one. God fucking damn it.
Do it. All right, what's up
yeah.
next?
Yeah, we're good on this one.
Henceforth, this one is word spaghetti.
Shumatsu no Harem! Now this is a banger.
the anime of the season.
Yeah, this is a banger. I mean, really, ignore whatever you're seeing on the screen here. Just
Must be,
ignore that.
it's a
It's
glitch.
one episode and it got delayed.
Who want to give the synopsis? Is it me? Who watched this? Is it just me and Gavin?
I watched the first
All right,
episode.
I got this. Basically,
It's very complicated.
you know, this guy, he's got, what was it, multiple sclerosis? I don't know how to say that word. I might be
Sclerosis.
Yeah.
This dude can't talk.
and so he has to get, like, what is it called? Like, frozen, crystallized, you know what I'm saying?
Cryo.
Yeah, he's got to get put in the machine. They got to freeze his ass like Fry,
Cryo
or,
slumber.
like Philip J.
Cryo
Fry from Futurama. They put his ass in the machine, and they say give him 5 years and the AI will like fix him, and he'll be good. And he gets out after 5 years, or well,
Might
he
be this
confesses.
takes place in the year 2040.
Yeah,
Right? We're also. I want to know. They specifically mentioned nobody has to work. We're post scarcity, like that kind of shit. I'm like, we're living in Star Trek in the year 2040. Okay, that's what's up.
yeah, and and before he gets in the machine, he confesses to this girl he's known for like 8 years or something like that. A lot of years.
Yeah.
That he likes her and stuff. And he's like, yeah. She's like, what do you want me to do? And he's like, I don't know, that's your decision.
I gotta go.
It's like,
I gotta go.
it's like, I gotta go. They're gonna freeze me in like 20 minutes. And so
My
she's
bad.
like, I understand. Which basically, it like looks like she's like kind of rejecting him because he's
Dude,
gonna
I would have
frozen.
been pissed. This dude could have told me like 6 years ago. We could have been fucking for that long.
And he gets frozen, or he's like getting frozen, and his like family, or not his family, his friends are there. And then she comes up and she's like, "I'll wait for you no matter what." Blah blah blah, and like puts his hand or her hand on like the thing, and he like puts his hand back on her hand, and it's like, "Oh, that's so cute." And he gets frozen, and he wakes up, and MLK, the man killer virus, has killed all but 5.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Spunky, was that a Freudian slip?
MKL.
What's going on here?
Oh my
Do we
god.
need to have a talk?
Your brain got fried, bro. What's wrong with you?
I was thinking too far ahead. I started speaking too fast.
This dude said, yeah, that shit was a mistake.
Killed all but 5 men. They all did. He's encountering that. And they like need him to like just repopulate basically, because you can't like nothing else works. Like you can't like do any like medical stuff for that.
The kids they make are immune.
Insemination doesn't
Artificial
work.
insemination don't work.
Yeah,
Yep.
you have to have they say normal sex.
Whatever that means.
Why don't they just like suck it out of his balls?
They tried artificial insemination. It doesn't work.
Why not?
No explained reason.
Yeah,
they just said, we tried it. It didn't work.
They literally just said it doesn't work.
They tried it with number 1 who's immune. They've got 5 guys who are immune to the shit. And
that's where the rest. Sorry.
The link being the only 5 guys who like are immune to it were in cryo sleep with treatment for multiple sclerosis. So it's some combination of those factors that makes them immune. So there's 5 guys and 5 billion girls. That's a lot of busted nuts.
Dude, you're telling me.
And they are all dying for the privilege to suck his nut.
I think my favorite quote was she's like, choose a girl in that phone to impregnate.
Yeah, that's how. He's like, no, that's weird. And she's like, oh, is that not to your tastes? We can find one. And all the girls in the show have obviously not seen a man in like 800 years.
5 years. Oh man.
So they all just are constantly blushing whenever they see him. It is disgusting.
Dude, I haven't gotten some in longer than that. They gotta fucking chill.
Sheesh.
Clearly you're not an incel. It's women. They can't wait.
All right,
You're talking about the MLK virus over there.
This is definitely this is like an incel fantasy show.
Oh
right?
yeah, 100%.
The women are forced to mate with me. Like
those fools.
Dude,
don't
call it mating. I can't do it.
Come on, dude.
That's what they call it. They call it mating.
They say that multiple times.
They ask him how is the progress with the mating, and it's like, and she's like,
he won't do
trying,
it. He's a
but
pussy.
he won't do it. And the girl who's running it is like, well, he's not gay and he's not romantically in a relationship, so you got to make him do it.
I do love that she says, "Well, he's not gay. What's wrong with it?"
Yeah.
You know, I guess we ain't nothing but mammals, huh?
And the girl he likes has been missing for like 3 years. So he's basically like, I don't want to have sex with any of these women because I'm a beta cuck. So I'm going to go look for my girlfriend for a month.
Jesus Christ.
my girlfriend kinda that I said wanted to go out for like.
Oh yeah, but
and her like thing is like, she's like, okay, we'll give you a month, but I get to put any woman I choose in your bed every night, and you have to resist the urge to sleep with them since you're so loyal to her.
What is this girl gonna do when she finds out he boned someone else? Huh? Go get some from one of the other 5 guys in the universe?
Dude,
he's not
get
pushing any of them.
But she said she would wait for him. Oh, he's not gonna wait for her. Zero.
Okay, yeah, like, did he say he would wait for her?
I like how the thought doesn't even cross his mind.
It's mutually implied, you know.
That he's like, oh, maybe things are different because she didn't predict there would be a virus that like killed everyone when she said she'd wait for me.
Or maybe she's dead, since apparently security is fucked now.
Yeah,
because all the women are incompetent.
That I have all the hottest bitches in the world throwing themselves on my dick.
All the women are extremely incompetent, and so no technology, or like technology is...
that shit's so dumb.
It's just destroyed.
They only use what technology is necessary, because hard at use, not good. I don't, like...
Yo, so this is actually really the incel
Tiny
show.
little female brain can't understand.
Jesus Christ.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Someone watch this shit and be like, he's just like me.
It's really funny.
Unfortunately, it has been delayed, which is...
it's been delayed to January.
This is tragic.
Just a tragedy.
Yeah, so...
You know, do I sense, like, a hint of not genuine emotion in that statement?
No, I'm sad.
I mean, I would have liked to watch episode 2, I'll tell you that. It was funny. Maybe watch it if you think it would be funny. There you go. It's bad, though, obviously, if you couldn't fucking tell.
Yeah, nothing's funny like beta cucks.
And the main guy, he just looks like such a bitch. Look at him.
You just want to punch him.
Bro, let him
He's not even in any of these images.
That's true. They don't even show him on the cover.
By the way, this girl like
titties.
enters his room at night and tries to sleep with him. Like, but he's like, that's weird.
And she like looks like his girlfriend. He's like, no.
Dude, if she looks like him, all he's got to do is like ask her to wear a mask.
He just has to ask her to not talk like a fucking robot.
Yeah,
The
she is
ML.
actually an AI.
I can't believe you called that shit the MLK virus. That's too funny.
No, neither can I. Honestly.
I don't know why I
What the
said
fuck?
that.
Likes curry, not good with werewolf game.
That's what's up.
What?
That's what's up. That's what's up. Special skills reading. This guy's a fucking nerd.
Fucking
Yeah, clearly his
User.
special skills aren't sex. All right.
Yeah.
Get
Okay.
me out.
Enough
Go
of this
on
show.
to the next show,
Enough of
please.
this.
I'm begging.
God. Alright, ski to Laika to Nosferatu.
to the moon.
There's so many
To the
shows.
moon.
We got Dogecoin the show.
Diamond fucking hands. Isn't this show
Wait, you
about-
watched 2 episodes of this?
Yeah, we watched 2.
I thought we only watched 1.
Yeah, I watched the second one.
I see.
I'll give a plot synopsis real fast.
Yeah, I ain't doing
So,
that.
Please don't draw it out. I don't want.
yeah, I got you. So, okay, you know the space race, right? Space race, right? But we're in the time frame, like, after the dog gets sent to space or whatever by the Soviet Union. And, they're like, it's still too dangerous to send people. But we do
have vampires.
But we want to send something, like, closer to human. Oh, right, there's vampires. We'll send a vampire, because they're not people. But, they're basically like people. So the show is just this vampire girl gets trained by a main character guy to become a cosmonaut. And there's a lot of racism towards her because she's a vampire. And people don't really like that very much. There's some mild political things going on in the background. First episode's pretty much setting that up in much slower pace than I laid out. It's pretty boring. The show looks pretty decent, actually, like visually. Episode 2 is a little bit better because it's just like them going through the process of doing random training stuff, and it's pretty like relatively interesting and fun. But like altogether, I don't know, pretty mediocre, not terribly interesting. If you're really interested somehow in themes of, but what if bigotry was bad? This is right up your alley.
Is that a butt?
What?
Well,
I don't know. I mean, I guess we've got Spunky dropping the fucking MLK virus, so maybe it's more ambiguous than I thought.
please title that the name of the fucking podcast.
Please do not.
I'm not gonna title it MLK virus. This dude's being racist. Wait till I tell Jordan.
Yo.
Kevin's in trouble.
I know.
If
If you have objectionable political opinions, please subscribe.
Like
Yeah.
the video. Like the video. Please like the video. Leave a comment.
Comment Gavin's very
if
cool.
if this was upsetting or made you mad, drop a like on the video.
Please put a comment, flaming Spunky for the algorithm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, right? This is
Yeah, we gotta
this
get
is-
more
we're appealing to like,
exposure. Get rid of this guy.
we're appealing to like an anime audience, right? Most of them are like right wing cringers, right? So it's like we got our audience in the right place.
Judging
If
by
the
what the
theme is
comments I've
racist
seen
and
on those
bad,
sites,
is
it's
this
gotta
really
be
the show
true.
for them.
What's that?
If the theme is racism bad, is this really the show for them, though?
Probably not. I mean, honestly.
Exactly. I rest my case.
But I don't know. I think you could teach even anime coomers that racism is bad if you make it hot girl that they're being racist against.
That ought to resonate.
Could you? Could you?
Yeah, I think so.
I think we have like an extensive database of evidence of Pornhub statistics to get demonstrate that is not the case.
You know what? You might have a point.
I think I do.
All right. Anyway, this show.
Anyways, yeah.
Anyways, I hate
Jesus
Zer0.
Christ.
I wouldn't particularly recommend this show. It's alright. If the premise really interests you for some reason, it's probably not as smart as you're hoping. It's not that well written particularly, but it's a little bit interesting. Maybe give it a shot. I
Art's
think
not
Gavin
bad.
liked it less than I did.
Yeah, I got pretty bored.
Yeah, Gavin gets bored with everything. He can't keep any attention.
Dude,
Yeah, he's kind of a bitch.
on my fault they keep making boring shows.
Yeah, this season is actually just pretty boring. I don't really have anything else to say about this one.
I just watched NHK, I didn't get bored once.
Yeah, it's alright.
Do you talk about King's Ranking now?
King's
Oh,
Ranking.
let's go.
It's a good one.
Supposedly, this is the
The
best
banger
show
show
this
of
season.
this season.
I mean, the rating very inflated right now because it's early on, recency bias, etc. But this one's legitimately good.
Yeah. The one show I could say that for, I think.
Yeah. Gavin, you want to summarize? Wait, who all watched this one? Me, Gavin, did you watch it, Justin?
I watched 3 episodes, yeah.
Yeah. Zer0, did you watch any of this?
I'm the only fraud who hasn't watched it.
All right. Gavin, go ahead. You got it.
Speedrun.
Me, I just did World's Harem.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Whatever.
I give it my all on that one, sorry. This one, we got Boji. He's deaf, and he can't really...
Just a little boy.
He is just a little boy. He can't really talk. He kind of just mumbles, like, noises, like a baby. And he can't really wield a sword much. He kind of just, like, holds it and, like, flings it around. And he's supposed to be the prince of a very big kingdom. So it's looking rough for him. And he's got a younger brother that's, like showing talent and stuff. Like, he can, talk.
Dickhead.
He can talk. He's a dickhead. And he's good with swords. So he's, like, just wandering around the city, and he, like, wanders out into, like, the outskirts a little bit. And he runs into Kage, like, a little shadow creature, which comes from it's just, like, a family of assassins, because they're, like...
I think it's, like, a clan. The whole clan is
Yeah.
from a family or whatever.
And they're, like, really good at... Like, they're just a clan of assassins because of the way they're, like, built. They're literally just, like, shadow creatures that move in the night and can, like, kill anything, basically. And he just, like, tells him to give him all his clothes and stuff. And he's like, yeah, okay. Just because he was, like, talking to him. And he's like, okay, come back tomorrow and give me more clothes. So he just, like, keeps coming back for, like, 3 days. And then he, like, follows him to the kingdom, and it, like, shows more about, like, what's happening in the kingdom and, like how he's being treated, and, like, that he can actually, like, they think he can't really understand what he's saying, but he, like, he's pretty much, he can, like, understand basically everything.
Yeah, he reads the lips.
Yeah. So he's, like, also just, like, trying to hold it in. Like, there's, like, a scene where, like, Kage, or, like, his mom says a bunch of mean stuff to him, and he's like, you're a horrible kid, like, you keep getting mugged, you're so, like, this looks awful on the reputation of the kingdom, like, what a worthless child. And he, like, goes upstairs, and he's, like, putting on clothes because he's supposed to go see his dad, and he, like, just starts crying in the mirror, and it's just Kage looking at him, and he, like, feels super bad because he's been mugging the kid for his clothes
like,
over
damn.
and over. He's got, like, hard ass.
Fuck.
I don't know if I want to go, like, farther in, because, like...
Yeah, I wouldn't go further than that, probably.
Yeah, I get mugged by shadows for my clothes all the time.
In a general sense, he's just a little boy doing his best.
Oh, yeah. He's very impossible to hate.
The art style is very good. Animation's very good.
Yeah, it looks pretty as fuck. I mean, generally just, like, character drama type thing, following the main character, little boy. I liked it a lot. It was good.
Yeah. A lot of the royal people seem like very interesting characters, too. That there's a lot of depth to them. So
they actually have, like, good amounts of nuance. Like, the same mom who, like, says all the mean shit, find out she's kind of like that because, like, he wouldn't really connect with her in any meaningful way for a long time type of deal. So she has, like, bad feelings towards him, but then she comes around on it more, that kind of thing. So, like, good characters for the most part.
Spear dude is based. I forget his name.
He's, like, just literally like the spear. I don't remember.
It's like it starts with an A or something.
Oh, yeah, he destroyed that guy.
Oppius, yeah.
Yeah, that dude's cool.
Yeah, he's cool.
Some Hachiman voices the blonde dude.
Oh. Wait, what?
The sword
Wasn't
guy.
he also Koichi? I heard more of Koichi.
Koichi's the brother.
Oh, is that not who you're talking about?
Hachiman voices the blonde sword guy who does the sign language. I think you'd have to hit.
The truth.
Okay. Yeah, really? He's not on here when he was, like, one of the main ones? Where the fuck is he?
Domas. Yep,
yeah.
that's Hachiman. I think Abdul voices someone too.
I see.
So a lot of cool.
So basically, Osama ranking is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah.
Kage is his stand. I'm sorry.
On God?
No, this was really good, I'd say.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep watching for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Most interesting thing this season for me. That's not a sequel, for sure. I don't really have anything bad to say about it at all. No.
I'm just hope the characters keep getting, like, evolving and being good, and we should.
It seems like they will, definitely, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, good show.
The king is fucking massive. That dude's a huge.
Yeah, he's a huge ass dude. I mean, the
you see his club?
Yeah.
Yeah.
the strength of the kings is like an important part. Like the most important part of being a king, they say, is like that you're as strong as like a hero. And their king like literally became the king because he's like he just fended off a whole like monster invasion by himself because he's a fucking monster. So yeah, pretty cool.
Dude, then how's his son such a little bitch?
Dude.
I think I actually know why, but it's spoilers, so I can't say.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I think
there's a reason behind it.
Yeah. So, okay, good show. Watch it.
Yes, sir.
What's next one?
It's just stuff Zero has seen now, right?
No. We do have 2 that I've seen.
Have you seen this one, Zero? I hope not.
No.
Justin, you didn't watch this either.
Standards than that.
What is this? This is a harem.
The Fruit of Evolution. It's a Isekai harem. We didn't really get to any of the harem stuff yet in episode 1.
It's
but
an ugly, revolting. I see.
I mean, I'll really super fast go through the premise.
Yeah, this is Cole's autobiography.
Fuck you, die. Main character, he's a student in the classroom, and God goes over the speakers of the fucking school system. He says, "I'm sending you all to a different world." He transports his whole class, but he's like separate from his class because he was like getting bullied. But it's like I kind of thought it would be more like he wants to kill himself bullying. It's just like light bullying. He's just like kind of sad about it, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, they're just like, you suck. You ain't ever gonna do shit. And he's like, oh damn.
He's like smelly.
Like, keep calling him smelly.
Come on. Really?
Like the type of shit that's gonna make Drake cry at home later. So God transports his whole class, but he's like separate from the class a little bit inside it, and he's like, "Oops, I left him behind." Okay, I got you. And gives him an extra skill or whatever. Who cares? His whole class gets transported to one world, but he gets transported to a different one. Proceed to find. It's like RPG isekai kind of thing. It's just like 20 minutes of like the worst like quote unquote attempts at comedy you've ever seen in your entire life.
I feel like I have to watch this stuff.
There's like, dude, you literally won't make it through the first episode. I mean, Skiff was watching it with us, and he tapped out like 10 minutes in. Like he tapped out. He was like, I would rather watch a whole like. He was like, I would rather watch some whole ass arc of Black Clover than this. Like, finish this episode. I was like, God okay, damn. Bro, that's what's up. I mean, I gave it a 2. This is legitimately 2 or 1 worthy. I mean, this is like, there's no hope for humanity seeing this adapted.
That's impressive.
This is bad. Like, really bad. I don't know how to describe, like
smartphone level?
I haven't seen that show. It has to be worse. Like, this has to be worse.
Wait, like Isekai smartphone? Is that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This has, from what I understand,
bro.
This has
Isekai
to be worse.
smartphone is fucking vile.
I'm telling you, you watch this first episode, you tell me there's a god.
Can you make your next video comparing the two?
No.
He like kills like a bunch of monkeys attack him, and he beats them because he has really bad BO, and they die because of it. And he levels up, and he becomes not fat anymore.
Yep.
That's a joke, right?
No.
All right, cut it. Go on to the next show, please.
By the way, Studio Feel is working on this. I doubt they're working on this, but you know.
I think the funniest thing to me is the idea of God going over your school speaker and be like, all right, y'all gotta go.
Yeah. No, yeah, that just happens.
Get the fuck out.
I thought it might be interesting if they were like all transported to separate places, and it's like, whoa, look at how it's going for these guys. But nope, it's just like, yep. It's just so bad. I mean, like, the monkeys are like hoarding this fruit, and he sees it's like the fruit of evolution or whatever. He beats the monkey so he gets the fruit, and it helps him get the level up, and he gets kind of stronger. But then there's a monkey, who I assume the monkey is this main girl because they have the same like color and ribbon in the hair. And they have like a terrible like 15-minute long fight scene that is just like the worst thing you've ever seen. Calling it a fight scene is like very generous.
Which like kind of
just standing around talking.
Which kind of just ends with the monkey wanting to marry him.
Yeah, but that joke happens like 3 separate times, so you're like, are they just gonna like move on from it again? Yeah, okay. It basically like they make a joke as the episode's ending that like they're ending on a cliffhanger or like not resolving the fight. You would not make it through 24 minutes of the show. There's no fucking way. That's all I have to say.
Abysmal.
It's like legitimately one of the worst things I have ever seen.
I'm excited to watch episode 2. I'm planning on keeping on with this one.
Never going to watch it anymore. You can't.
Who would you recommend it to? Your worst enemies?
I would recommend it to
Jace.
Jace.
Whoa.
Eric.
Jace's ego might like it.
Dude.
I'd recommend this to anyone that I want to watch die slowly from intestinal cancer.
What, dude, come on. I'm gonna tell JC
What is
something.
going on here?
Dude, it's that bad. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I challenge you to watch an episode of this show and not, like, be self-thanked the whole time.
Okay.
Try not
I'll do
to
it,
cry.
pussy. Don't think I won't.
Yeah, go for it.
How drunk I gotta get?
That's true. Zer0 is a connoisseur of bad shows.
There, you gotta get
that might
very
be Colin.
Unfortunately, I am.
I mean, you gotta get very drunk.
This next, the fairy
Well,
one.
I made it
Yeah.
through like 3 episodes of Conception, so I might survive.
Dude, I made it through like 2, and I was like, nah, I tapped
All right.
out.
I
think
got
I'm
shit to do.
the only person who's watched our last 2 shows, right?
No, Gavin and I got a couple more.
Oh, there's a
Yeah.
couple more?
Yeah, I got 2
I only
more.
know
It's
about
the shorts.
Deji, yeah.
It's just the shorts. Yeah.
Never mind.
Oh,
All right,
yeah.
So this is Taishou Otome Otogibanashi, which is Taishou Otome Fairy Tale. If the word Taishou doesn't mean anything to you,
It doesn't.
that means that it's set in 1910s, 1920s Japan.
Oh, I see.
It is a very pure little romance story about
Oh.
a guy on the top left and girl on the bottom right. Shocker, I know, that's why they're on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
So the rough premise is that the guy, Tamahiko, gets in a car accident and his mom dies and he is disabled. And his dad is a super rich cultural elite guy. And he's like, shit, man, I can't have a disabled son. So we're
Damn.
exiling you to the countryside. And we're
Damn.
buying you a mail order bride
What?
to take care of you because you can't take care of yourself.
Wow.
And it's just like, damn. And then in the second episode, which is aptly titled Tamahiko Dies,
What?
his dad sends him a letter and he says, actually, we've decided that you're dead.
What?
And we're going to use that as leverage to get your siblings better marriages. And I was just like, Jesus
What?
Christ, man.
God damn.
Yeah. So basically, this guy's life sucks.
Yeah.
And he's super depressed, and he's just like, dude, this fucking blows. And his mail order bride, Yuzu, shows up, and she's just like relentlessly positive. It's real cute, honestly.
Goddamn. Someone got to be positive.
I know. Well, it's like, it's just a nice little kids fall in love for the first time kind of story.
That's nice.
It is once again like drama derives not from relationship indecision or the chase, but external circumstances, which in this case are, quite obvious, given that, Tamahiko's family is pretty fucking shit, and he himself is also not capable of doing a ton. It's only his arm that's useless, but losing use of your primary arm is kind of an issue.
Yeah.
For a lot of things. It is pretty cute. I would say like the closest comparison for this is Tonikaku Kawaii. That's Fly Me to the Moon.
I've heard
I
of
just
it.
call it Moonwife. Yeah.
Moonwife.
I think Moonwife is better, but if you like Moonwife, then this is also something that should be like right up your alley.
Okay.
Pretty solid so far.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. That all you got? Parting thoughts? I mean,
His sister is a bitch, and also they're all really tall, and it's whack.
Weird.
I see.
It's like One Piece Water 7 arc height.
Yeah, I mean, homie's like 6'2".
Damn.
Yeah, I thought the girl was just really short. No, he's
see.
just dead ass really tall.
Weird.
Should be out there on the court. Oh, wait, never mind.
Yeah.
Dude, come on.
Come on, man.
Come on.
Yeah, he's on the Tomoyo Okazaki grind.
God damn.
That's right.
Right.
If you've watched Clanad, please leave a like on the video because you understood my reference.
Please,
I
call Zero
didn't, and I
names.
have, so I didn't remember.
That's fine, Cole. Not
If
everyone.
you haven't
is-
watched Clanad like me,
as
leave a like
limited.
on the video.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
haven't seen it either.
Or-
I'm gonna like it.
We're kind of we're getting like all of humanity is gonna like my video. If you have watched or you haven't, like,
Yeah, that's
go
what
ahead,
I'm
drop a
trying.
like.
I'm trying to get you.
All right,
We're trying to get you fucking big, bro.
I dig it.
Yep.
Alright.
That's all I have to say about this.
Cool.
Pretty cute.
So in the world will know. Gavin said. All right.
No.
Well, what's the next show on here?
I don't know.
Probably
Is it-
the
I
ASMR
could've
show.
sworn. The ASMR show.
ASMR show. So is it just Gavin and I? Justin, were
I
you
saw
with us?
two. I saw 2 episodes.
Yeah, okay, we watched 2 episodes of this. The plot summary is each episode is a random person, presumably all girls, in this class who are like experimenting with ASMR for the first time, and they got this like the
Head.
moyai
Moyai.
The Moya.
yeah, bruh. That emoji thing they got the headphones on so they can hear what it sounds like when they and it's just ASMR fetish.
And they say
Alright.
weird kink
Yeah,
things.
yeah, if
Yeah,
you
there you go.
gotta wear headphones, it's recommended. 'Cause,
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
recommended to wear headphones.
when he's like, when she's like playing with his right ear, you feel it in the right ear. You know,
and you're like, ah,
you're like, back
Dude, it's-
up.
why the
It's
fuck my
kinda
pee pee
weird.
hard?
Yeah,
The asymmetry between like Japanese ASMR creators and Western ASMR creators, because it is seen as more of like a fetish thing when it comes to the Japanese variety. But like if you ever look up like Western style, it's not.
Yeah.
That's.
I think in the season
They were
finale,
definitely
they're supposed
saying
to,
horny things, though. That's how you know.
Yeah, horny ASMR, big fan. As I said, if you like horny ASMR,
Big Well, there you have it, everyone.
Vanish from the Heroes Party.
2 minute or like 2.5 minute episodes, right? That's just the shorts. If that was not
Yeah.
made.
rumored in the season finale they'll have Amaranth on for the final episode.
Yeah, I mean, are we talking like this is Miru Tights 2.0? Is that?
I didn't watch that one.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Oh, what are you doing, Cole?
Yeah, sorry.
Apparently, we missed out.
The first episode ends, she's like playing with it and getting super into it, and she's like, I better stop. Getting addicted to this could be bad.
Yeah.
Getting hooked on this could be bad.
It's like it's like an analogy for you, the viewer. You're getting addicted to it now. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's deep,
Yeah.
Cole.
Thanks.
nothing like getting.
Is this what you
told to
make
whisper
analysis
sweet
videos
nothings
for?
in my
Yeah,
ear
suck
for
my
a
dick.
minute and a half.
It's funny. Make your friends watch it in a
Yeah,
call.
this is pretty funny and uncomfortable.
Deji meets girl.
Exactly. Next show. Deji meets girl.
Also, like a 2-3 minute episode.
Who's Deji?
It's literally 2 minutes.
No idea. I assume.
It's the
Is that Deji?
There is no Deji. Maybe Deji
What the
means
fuck?
something. I don't know.
what's it mean, Zer0?
Wait. Since Deji things have been happening around,
Oh, strange.
I guess it means
It's-
like. Oh,
it's-
Okinawan word that means totally or very. What?
Is this a surf
yeah,
show?
I guess maybe it's used in the same way that like
It's just like trippy
Maji,
shit.
right?
I guess.
It's like this girl
Do
works.
you guys actually know?
This girl's
any
like
Japanese
16, and the guy's also like 16, and she works at like her family's hotel thing by the beach. And that guy's like a famous guy, and he's like visiting, and for some reason he found like a literal goldfish, like a fish that is just glowing gold, on the beach, and he like bags it, or was it in a bag already? I forget.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and he like puts it in his room, and he comes downstairs, and he's like, "Hey, yo, something wrong with my room." And she's like, "What?" And they go up to the second floor, and it's just like literally like a sea underwater world, and it's because of the
Yeah.
fish. And then they unbag the fish, and like, yeah, the episode ends.
Yeah. It's short episodes of just like
Of stuff
one
like
episode
that, yeah.
setting up like the trippy thing that's happening, and the second episode like going through the trippy thing, and they talk and have a good time kind of deal. It's pretty cute. Look good. Short, fun.
I think each episode's supposed to be like a different thing. It's not. I don't think there's set up. I think it was just like the intro episode, and then I
Well,
think
I
from
mean,
now on it's gonna be like.
I think it's like intro like per weird thing that's happening. I mean, episode 3 was like set up for the weird thing, and now I assume episode 4 will be resolving it. in that kind of pattern. But yeah, it's like pretty much just they're cool. They're having a good time. It's pretty fun.
It looks pretty. Yeah, I liked it.
I would recommend it.
It's literally 2 minutes.
Yeah, literally 2 minutes. You could almost watch it in the time we described it. So.
Okay, but what if I watch the ASMR show instead, huh?
Watch them both.
No,
At the same time, you get like the visuals.
At the same time.
Yeah, you get like great visuals from from Deji, and you get great auditory from.
Call fucking stimulus overload. Oh, going crazy,
going insane.
Okay, so Zer0, is this Kyoukai Senki the one you were saying you watched?
It is.
Okay.
It's
Is that the
also
last
called
one?
AMAIM
Yeah,
Warrior at the Borderline.
Yeah, AMAIM Warrior at the You said I'm
not
watching
sure.
AMAIM. So I was like, what the fuck is AMAIM? And I had to control F, and it came up in the description of this.
I'm not really sure how they got from the Japanese title to the translated title. I don't know what those kanji are.
You know.
I recognize one of them.
So Zer0, you're the only one watching the show. Therefore, it necessitates that you give the plot synopsis.
Okay, so we've got local kid who's on the front. Oh wait, I should start actually with the basics. All right. Well, I mean, this is a Sunrise show.
Right.
It's a Sunrise mecha. So I mean, I think that's already somewhat informative about what we should expect. It is an Earth setting. It's set in Japan. Japan has, inexplicably, they do explain it, but Japan has been invaded by a bunch of competing empires. I think as far as we're aware, it's some Asian Federation, some Oceanian Federation, and North America. So typical Sunrise geopolitical blocks. And they've conquered Japan for reasons
That's what's up.
that I will get into. And, you know,
Sorry.
their life sucks. It's real bad to be Japanese these days, you know. You're still enjoying a reasonably high standard of living because it's 2061. And, you know, like, even poor people in the modern day still live better than kings in, like, 1500, etc.
Right.
But they're also being oppressed, you know. Standard.
Yeah, 11 Janai, yeah.
Yeah, it's Area 11 now.
What?
It's not actually.
Oh, okay.
But I had to make the Code Geass joke at least.
Ooh, I was going to say, that is...
That's a little overt, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the protagonist, the guy in the yellow shirt, his name is Amo Shiba.
Okay.
He goes around scrapping debris from the humanoid mechs that have been going around Japan, being used as the primary vehicle of warfare. In particular, these mechs are usually not manned. They're actually drones.
Oh. Fucking drone.
Yeah, I don't know. So he goes around scrapping them, and it turns out that the reason he's doing that is because he's building one of his own in an abandoned garage he found.
That's raw.
And he also ends up one day finding, just in the forest somewhere, an autonomous combat AI. It's named Guy. That's the little red dude.
Okay.
No way.
He's kind of raw looking.
Front. And he takes Guy back to the robot. Guy finishes the robot.
Oh.
And then he gets caught by the military. And they're like, hey, buddy, you can't do that. You know?
Can't have you building robots.
Yeah, we can't have you building war machines in your garage. And he goes like, oh shit. And they said, yeah, so here's the deal, man. You're a terrorist now. So you can come in and get executed or like not. And he says, shit.
You can come in and
time to get in the robot.
You can come and get executed
in the
or whatever.
robot
It's
and
cool.
makes his escape.
Whatever you want.
And then you know, he's just going around Japan, meeting people. He gets in touch with the Japanese resistance, who are officially terrorists according to all of the colonial governments, etc. It's pretty standard Gundam fare. Not Gundam, my bad. Mecha fare. I've been watching a lot of Gundam lately. It's on the brain. But it's like, I don't know, man. I saw a lot of people saying about the first episode, which I do not necessarily disagree with, but also don't know if I agree with, that it's got like these really weird, overt Japanese nationalist overtones. Like his mech that he builds is red and white. It's missing the blue. It does have a lot more black in the design than is like immediately obvious. But yeah, and then the reason why Japan fell, supposedly, is, our birth rate went down. We became weak. Then we were conquered. And it's like, I don't know about that one, man. It's got like this weird victim complex thing. And like it could be a script flipper, where they've done that intentionally to sort of illustrate the hypocrisy in modern Japanese rhetoric about that kind of thing compared to like what they've done in the past, right? And that wouldn't surprise me coming out of Sunrise. But also it could be completely straight because this is a secondary studio and I didn't look super hard into the actual production staff. So I don't know, that's kind of weird. It's suspect, I would say.
Okay.
It's also like, it's really weird because like we've got these cute little mascot characters. All of the enemies are drones, so like people don't really die that much. Some people die, but
I see.
Like they're not killing other people in the robots. You know what I mean? And it's like, is this targeted at kids? But it airs at 2:30 in the morning, so like, I don't know. Kind of whack.
Kind of nebulous, yeah.
Yeah, kind of nebulous. However, I mean it's very like stereotypical mecha. Guy gets in robot, does things, decides, man, I don't really want to be a robot pilot anymore, and he ditches it, and then he says, wait, I changed my mind. I'm going back. I have to do
back
it
to the old
to
me.
be a big damn
They
hero.
couldn't keep me out.
Yeah, etc. It's very slow start. This is a 2-core show, so
okay.
I mean, I think that's more forgivable than something like Takt Opus, which is 1 core.
Right.
But I think the real draw of this show is not the plot, actually. It is the 2D mechs. It's awesome. There's been a big trend, if you don't know, in mecha anime for like the last, I want to say like 7 or 8 years, where like CG is being increasingly incorporated, for good reason, really, into the animation of a lot of mecha. I mean, like you can even go. I think the oldest one that I can think of that's primarily CG is like Macross Delta, but you can go farther back into stuff like Cross Ange or IBO, and those have a lot of CG mechs in them. And it's rare these days that we get an entirely 2D animated mecha anime, and this one is, and it looks so good.
Okay.
Oh my god, it's really nice. The animation of the mechs is really good. I don't know if I like the designs of the mechs so much. They kind of remind me of kangaroos or like droids from Star Wars. But the animation is sick. There's also a lot of emphasis on like the joint articulation, which is not something that I see a lot anyway.
Okay.
You see a lot of the like the hydraulics. They're probably not hydraulics in universe, but sort of manipulating like how the mechs transfer momentum, how they land from big falls, stuff like that, and that's also really nice to see. So I would say, like, as far as this show is concerned, if you like mecha, then it's worth it just to watch for the mechs because it's pretty sick. If you don't like mecha, then like I don't know, man, it doesn't really seem like there's any other draw at the moment.
I see. Sounds relatively interesting. Being all 2D animation is interesting given the target audience of question mark.
Yeah, I was about to say, what target audience?
Yeah, dude, it's so weird. Well, actually, you know what? The autonomous combat AI is actually also something that I like because it gives them a reason to put 16-year-olds in mechs that are not just like suddenly prodigal pilots.
Right, yeah.
Like they actually mention that pretty much what the AIs do is they arbitrate between the pilot and the machine such that like it kind of just lets the pilot do whatever they want and the AI just fixes whatever bullshit they're trying to tell the machine to do.
I see.
So that it actually works.
Huh.
Which is pretty neato. I thought that was a good way to circumvent the Kira Yamato gets in a mobile suit for the first time and suddenly he's the best pilot in the galaxy.
Right. I mean, a lot of shows have that issue for sure.
A lot, yeah. I mean, that's like a huge mecha problem in general.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if it's a problem so much as like, all right, here we go again, you know?
Right, yeah. So, solid, maybe?
Solid if you like mecha, maybe. If you don't, probably a pass. I mean, I think the current score of 6.59 is pretty reflective of that.
Yeah, that's kind of tough.
That is kind of
pretty
tough.
Do we have another show?
I guess the last one.
I think
I think
so.
that was the last one.
Woo! Other than this.
Anybody watching
this one,
Idol Sex one? What's that?
Oh yeah, this one. Yeah.
Excuse me?
Why does it have a higher rank than the mecha one?
Yeah. What is the? This one's just like yeah. Wants to fuck the
please
idol.
elaborate.
I forget where. Somewhere else has a different synopsis of this, where it's just like the guy just really wants to fuck this idol.
You posted it in the chat. Let me look.
So relatable, Oomphy. Happens to me.
I want to
all
have
the
sex
time.
with Minami-san, even if she's an idol.
Even if,
That
like,
is
that's a
the-
fucking
that
breaking
is
point
the
for some
English
people.
name.
Yeah.
And just so you were curious, there's a censored and uncensored version. So
Ooh. I mean, it does say erotica. So you know, it's
Dude,
going.
why don't I see this? This is because I turned off.
oh wait, what was that one
R18?
at the bottom? That looks like a
Yeah, you
banger.
definitely turned off R18.
Neko Jockey.
Neko
I was saying
Yeah.
this. I was telling this earlier.
We were trying to find it on the anime site, but it wasn't there, so we just gave
Dude,
up.
what about the first season?
Oh, wait, it wasn't on there, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
Yo, where is Nekopara? Honestly,
Oh yeah, so true. Okay, we've gone through all the shows.
All right.
Now there is one thing left: The
tier
ranking.
list.
save us.
the tier list. Okay,
Could
I'll
we
do
even
a,
call
I'll do
this
a,
the King's ranking?
Whoa, whoa.
Subscribe.
All right, here's a real easy one. I make a tier below this.
Not with the tears.
We have another tier.
This dude about to make 8,000
This
tiers.
one's
He's
gotta
about
be
to
Stop
do
like-
this.
making tiers. We have enough.
No, we need another tier. You don't understand.
Please do not. Why couldn't we just turn
Can't
tiers?
even read that one,
You can't
dumbass.
even just see it. It's kind of funny if you can't see it.
Pick a
though.
different color.
What color?
Oh my-
It's a color. Nobody cares.
Shut up! Fuck you guys. I'll make another tier. Okay. So, super easy first one, right? Where the fuck did this show go? Here it is.
These croppings are
Please do not.
terrible. I like Mieruko one that you just see this other girl's like
Dude.
forehead.
Dude, I didn't even like crop. I just saved the images off here, and this site just is bad.
No,
okay?
you have to like right click open it, like open the image in a different tab and save it like that. That's how I did it and it worked perfectly fine.
Yeah.
That's what I
So-
did. Yeah.
Are we putting ASMR in A for ASMR?
Most likely.
All right. Well,
it's
where's the mecha one going? That's the first one on the left.
I don't know. Like, how offensively bad does it have to be to go and see? Or
I mean, think of the other shows on here.
hey, you know what? There's a reason to watch the mecha, and that's because it looks sick. So I'd say that's at least a C, right?
Yeah, probably.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
That's what I was
You
thinking.
got a point. You got a point.
All right, ASMR show.
This one's the ASMR
A?
show, right?
A?
That's
I'm
gotta
not
be
putting
it.
it in A.
Please do not
It's
even
fun.
put it in C.
The second
Dude,
coming of
come
Miru
on.
Tights?
Should I put in Please Do Not? I don't know. I kind of want people
It's
to
kind
watch
of
it, though.
funny.
Yeah, but-
I think it's a
Put it-
D.
put
at
it-
Yeah, I
least.
think it's a D.
Put it in D. Put it in D.
Assassin show. Is it worse or better than ASMR show?
I mean, better, but not by much.
All right,
Better,
all
but
right.
out of moral obligation, you have to
Yeah.
demote it
Pretty much.
because we can't condone the works of the author of Redo of Healer? Question mark.
Like,
Some sins are too great.
look, I'm saying this one's better than Redo a Healer. Okay.
True.
Yeah, that is not a high bar.
Yeah. Okay, dude. There's the first step. He's rehabilitating. You can't do
It's
it all
a
at
12-step program.
Yeah,
yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
20 years he's about to make a masterpiece.
Let's put World's End Harem in A.
Absolutely not.
I'm not putting it in A. Wait.
Is it going in
That's
Please
another,
Do
that's
Not?
another D tier. Absolutely.
I put it D because you should just funny.
How bad do you have to be to end up in Please Do Not?
I think it's just
This
that
bad.
one.
This bad.
Okay.
Where the
Oh,
fuck
God.
does Platinum's End go?
Platinum Ends?
I don't know, Gavin. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably
Put
like
it in what tier?
I'd say a B maybe,
I would say like a C.
like a
It's
C.
definitely
I would say
better
top
than
of C.
AMAIM, I can tell you
Sure.
that much.
Banished from the Heroes Party. What?
I
Like
think
B?
a solid B from me.
I think B is fine.
Yeah, sure. B.
Yeah, sure.
Blue Period. I like this one. So like
Yeah.
A, or should I? Yeah.
So one.
Deji meets girl. This is like a B.
I'd put it in probably like A or B. I thought it was entertaining. A 2-minute episode. It looked pretty.
I'll put it there.
No,
Komi-san.
but ASMR can't go into A. That's ridiculous.
Suck my balls.
B or A, probably.
I would put this in like C, but Gavin,
What do you think? What do you think?
what's your average? in here?
Spunky.
Like top of C, maybe like low B.
We'll put it in. Is this better or worse than Banished from the Heroes Party?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I'm tempted to say worse.
I have no idea.
Well,
I mean, I dropped it, and I haven't dropped Heroes Party yet.
There you go.
So either I'll tie break it. My unbiased opinion.
Tsukihime?
Vampire, yeah, Tsukihime.
Tsukihime. Can we get a picture of Neko Arc?
No, suck my balls. No Neko Arc posting.
Can we get a picture of Neko Arc fucking drowning?
I would put this right
If you
here,
Neko Arc
probably.
post, please
Or
subscribe.
maybe like right here. Maybe like right here.
Sure.
I'd put it at the bottom
This is
of
hard.
B at least.
This was a bad idea.
I
Fucking
told you.
Sigh.
Mieruko. Did I put this in A?
I think so.
Mieruko.
That was
Yeah.
enjoyable.
Yeah, sure.
Gavin. Yeah, okay. I was gonna
Dude
say,
checked
Gavin, you're
out,
one
he
of,
don't
I was
care.
you're one
yawning,
of two
fuck
people
off.
who watched it.
Yeah, alright. Keep talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
your
Why don't you
virus.
go take a shower in the middle of the podcast again?
Okay. Did you even
This
watch
one's
any of these
bad,
shows?
But I'd put it like here, bad.
Yeah.
Agreeable.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you like
Sure.
sees me, I'm gonna go watch
This
ASMR.
one, like here.
Yeah, that looks
If
good.
you watch it, if you watch the first 2 episodes right now, by the time we finish, we can watch episode 3 together. Zer0, don't worry.
Okay. Okay.
Where do I put this one? Do I put this one
I'd put it in A.
in A? All right.
Yeah, I mean, like if it's in your genre, then it's probably gonna be one of your favorite shows this season.
Okay.
There you
I
go.
would say.
Amazing work.
Amazing.
Yep.
I
We
would say
did
this- That is a good one. That's a good one. Hold on, let me click that
Did it.
save download button. The download image.
Thank you, Takt Opus Destiny.
Got ourselves
for
a
being the
clickbait
most
thumbnail.
inscrutable show of the season.
Yeah. What? The what tier is very apt here.
Dude, I just.
I understand.
I'll make this one. Yeah, it's too late.
You already saved it, dumbass.
Yeah, I already saved it. It's over now. I mean, what are our overall thoughts of this season? This season's pretty ass, I think. Overall,
There are a few shows that I
Summer
like.
Ranking is a hidden, gem in the forest of whatever the fuck all this shit is.
It's a diamond in
Isn't
the
that
rough. is
just
the
how
saying,
anime
but-
seasons have largely been for the
Yeah,
past several
I'd say
years,
that's
though?
pretty.
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, like, there are exceptions. Like, what was the season that had Odd Taxi and Vivi in 86? Was that spring last year?
2.
Yeah, spring last year was, like, a pretty solid season. But outside of that, I don't know if, like, I've been
Tokyo
Yeah, okay,
Revengers.
he's Mikey to the
Super-
Nagatoro.
convinced. Wait, spring last year had Eden Zer0 Anime of the Year?
Ah,
Okay,
Revenge-
this
Alright.
the summer 2020 season was a banger just for me, but so it had like ReZero Snafu and God
It
of
had
High School
Kanajo
3.
Okurishimasa.
Yeah, that
No,
one.
stop. We can't talk about Rent a Girlfriend. I'll go off on a fucking
This
tirade.
guy's losing
Please
it.
do not.
He's a fucking veins popping out
Yeah,
his head.
did
Enough,
y'all know I'm
enough.
caught up with that manga?
Oh, why?
Because I started reading it when it had like 40 chapters.
That shit long.
Why?
Oh, bro, it's a hard life.
Yeah, is it? I think you could just choose not to read it.
Okay, see, I could. But like at this point, right?
All right.
It's only one chapter a week, and if I finish it, then I can say that I finished it.
I guess. All right. Anyway, are we done then? I think we're done.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, watch me shoot potential. Season's not that good.
Sorry.
It's preliminary, but I think it's safe to say that the anime of the season is World's End Harem.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah,
Actually,
pretty
Amazing.
solidly.
yeah. Fine, not really close.
Yeah,
all right.
that one episode was all
When I
needed.
finish the novel called the Mushoku Tensei podcast coming up.
Yeah. Banger Oomphy.
Banger.
If you made it this far, subscribe.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Make
if you
sure
made
to
it this far?
comment. Call Gavin a name. I don't care what. I just
Racist
Yeah.
might be applicable.
Racist might be asking about the fucking MOK virus.
Yes, he said MLK.
That was the funniest shit to come out of this episode.
I'm doing my best.
Shit, dude.
I'm gonna timestamp that shit. Send it to Jordan.
Yo,
She ain't gonna be happy.
Oh, hell no.
yo. Somebody's sleeping on the couch tonight.
Goofy trolling.
I live in a dorm. I have one bed.
Yo, it looks like you're
Sleeping on the
sleeping
floor.
on the floor.
That's where I slept, bro. You know.
The Justin floor.
The
Holy
Justin
fuck.
floor. We listened to Zelda Wave.
Okay,
Alright.
that's all I got.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Me.
Yeah.
Who had you? Who had you? Your mom?
Thank you for watching. Please wear headphones for the best experience.
Watch more Pokecall analysis videos. Dude.
Yes,
No way.
sir.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Alright.
you should watch the AnimeCast on Nekopara. That one's
That one's a banger.
Banger. That would do kind of bang. A little bit.
Underrated.
I think the best one still is the bad shows one.
That was
You want to
good.
hear me talk about Ixion Saga DT?
Yo, the Ixion Saga DT cast? Oh,
Dude, that
gotta
show
watch that shit.
slaps.
that show's funny.
All right.
Alright. See y'all in the next
Goodbye.
one. Bye.